We're live now?
Ding dong. We're live.
Yay!
I think.
Yay!
Hello. Who's doing the intro to this one?
We have intros
Are
now?
we even doing an
You-
intro?
You just said we don't have an intro for this.
You
I know.
literally just said that.
Hello, we're Rolex Play. Nice of you to join us if you did join us. Oh, wait, I can say this thing. Welcome to Rolex Play, where we roll dice and play games.
Well,
Yeah.
we're not
I've
quite doing that
got to do
today.
that yet.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, we're not.
Just give her this.
Talking.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm
We're doing
gatekeeping.
boring and
You are
talking to each
gatekeeping.
other today.
God, this is already chaotic.
All good.
What are we doing today?
Hi.
Well, what does it say above us, Cassie?
I
Chit-chat.
can't read, Max.
Okay, well,
Damn, got you there.
maybe take off your glasses. What do you want me to say? We're here to chit chat. Of course we are. We're here to talk a bit of the campaigns, a bit of the what's going on, because there's a lot of shit that's going on. Oh, I swore in the first minute. It's not.
It's
We're
okay,
gonna get
it's
demonetized. I'm not gonna get any money from this.
God damn it! We're getting paid.
Lots of money that we would have gotten otherwise.
Wait,
The
Any money from this?
0.1 cents you
Oh.
might get.
we get no money, Leonie, Cassie. Oh, there's nothing here. But
Max,
what we,
Max, look
Nothing here,
underneath our
bros.
pictures. Look underneath our pictures. It says the name.
that's right.
Right?
I did get confused. So we're here not for monetary gain, but to enrich our souls. That's why we're here. We're here to open our hearts, open our minds, and open other things. But Frey's not here. So
Oh
Yo!
my fucking god! Shut up!
some of the audience is still going to have
Boys.
no clue what the hell I'm talking about.
I think they have some fucking clue.
I'd hope so.
At this point, you know,
But
you'd hope. here
here we are. We have a couple of things lined up later, but we'll start off with a bit of chatting.
As
Robbie-
the suggests.
We're all here like half an hour ago talking while you were doing your chores. Called out.
Yeah.
Do you want to just like, how are you? You all right? All good?
A bit tired, but I'm alright. You know, got my graduation ceremony in a week. So
Nice.
exactly a week. So I won't be here next time.
Congratulations.
Thank you, fucking finally. If my professors are watching this, hi. See you on Wednesday. Please don't watch. Go away.
Please get
Yeah, that
out.
would be a bit creepy. Get up.
Oh my god, Leonie.
They're chill. They're chill like that.
It would
It's
be a bit-
fine. I just want.
I think it's a
like,
wholesome relationship Robbie has with their sort of
Yes.
school mates as well as teachers. So
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
they're-
true. From what I've seen, that's true.
all standing together for the right reasons. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
All
While we're at it,
uniquely hating Maya anyway,
boy.
which is a program, not a person.
Okay.
sorry if anyone's called Maya out there. Um,
One of my friends.
ooh,
Oh,
shit.
You know how
Cass-
funny it is.
Cassie, how are
Mhm.
you?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I guess so. Are you trying to use that invincible meme on me?
Oh shit! I'm trying to adjust your
Max, stop.
camera because there's a very small sliver
Yeah, like
of black at the bottom. Now,
fuck. My job is calling me at this moment. Oh my god. Give me a fucking second.
That's okay. That's okay.
Give me 1
You'll
second,
be
guys.
back.
well, Cassie loves her job.
Well,
Um,
she would love to get the job, yeah.
That's
And
right.
we're all gonna wish her best of luck. That is a call of hey, you got the job. Yay, Cassie.
Well, we'll leave it to that. Leonie, how are you?
I dropped my cheese. But aside from that,
No!
I'm still grieving it. I'm still grieving it.
Rest in peace,
It would have
cheese.
been
Everyone, F in
a
chat.
lot better if it hadn't. dropped it.
F.
Anyway,
F twos.
aside from that, I've had lots of D&D this last week and this week, so I'm very happy about that. Lots of D&D.
Oh yeah, you had a game after the Sunday game, right?
I did, and I came into that brimming with adrenaline because of the fight that ended right before it. And
Did it pay off?
yeah, the others did not have a good time because I was very hyperactive for like the first hour, and after that I had zero energy.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
All right. But it's having fun that matters, right? And you had fun. The others not so much, but you had fun. That's good. That's good.
Nah, the others also had fun. So much fun. They pissed off a spider goddess, and then she sicked spiders onto us.
What the fuck?
That was really cool. Spiders! Did you get the job?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
Like cosmetics.
Let's go.
I was like, before the session, I was literally talking about like, I really hope I get this job. So at some point today, I got to do paperwork, but I got the fucking job. Yay! Oh my gosh.
I don't have music prepared, so I can't play
It's
anything.
fine. Don't worry about it. I wasn't expecting this call today.
Soundboard. There
Well,
you go.
Yay!
do they hear that in chat? I have no idea.
I can't tell if they hear the soundboard. Probably.
Let's try again. Let's try again.
Hold on. Wait.
And we'll go and check that whenever we're done.
It came through. I was listening.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Awesome. But I'm employed now. Fuck yeah!
Here we go. Cheddar cheese. Get some cheddar cheese. Leonie's missing her cheese. You can give her some of your cheese.
Why would you rub that in? Why?
What?
That's okay. It's okay.
Dude,
It's okay.
she still ate it. She shouldn't be grieving about it anymore.
Don't leave that on the internet. This is forever.
Hey, 3 second rule.
Oh, you said that. My bad.
Yes, right. That's what I said.
Okay.
Anyway,
My God.
D&D.
D&D.
Cassidy, you want
Yes.
to know what happened last session? I pet one.
Did it have anything to do with the spiders thing you were talking about? Because if so,
No,
I'm good.
that was Sunday. Sunday after our session. That was an
Sure, why not?
game.
Go ahead.
I pet one of the demon dogs, and it was great.
What is your obsession with petting animals?
No,
D&D?
it was
What's
a
wrong with
calculated
that?
risk.
What's wrong with it?
And
There's a lot of things wrong with it.
Since for
I mean,
me,
in
it's
that
not
case,
even
yes, there was,
D&D.
because the demon dog could have decided to eat me, but it didn't.
But you
Um,
learned something important
yes, I
about
did.
it by petting it. So I
Did you?
just say, yeah,
Yeah.
we learned one of its immunities, vulnerabilities, and resistances.
Yes.
Well, not every character can do that, Leonie. So just keep that in mind.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Cal just has a magical touch. You know, boom.
He's got the touch. He's got the power.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. So
Anyway,
And yeah, like an hour before that, he got high as fuck off of some fumes, so that also happened.
yeah, that seems very Cal.
Yeah, that's his day. Pet a demon dog, get high.
Every
get
time
yelled at.
Cal mentions something chaotic or does something chaotic, I just imagine like a -1 appearing next to Alessio's head and how many years of life he's lost.
Like in the fucking Sims.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
the bar just goes more red and red, going from green. It's just starting to
1
lower.
point of psychic damage each time.
And then like you see the bar go down fully, and then it just comes like real negatives.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Robbie rolled a nat 1, meaning
Yep.
because of the curse Gilgamesh put on Alessio, Max now has an anti-inspiration that he can use against Alessio at some point.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Some of-
awesome. Not for your character, Robbie, sorry, but that's awesome.
Some of the
No,
stuff on there is pretty like hardcore.
I mean, it's alright, I'll live.
Yeah.
See, my
yeah.
plan is to roll a shit ton of times, so you have to use it at some point before it's actually important.
Speaking of
Big
rolling
brain-
a
big brain
shit amount of
strategies,
times,
you know.
I think I rolled the most dice last session.
Well, to be fair, last session wasn't necessarily a very roll
Yeah.
heavy sort of.
Actually,
Until the end, where I had to
Worth
roll all that fucking dice for Korthak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
rolled in the beginning. I rolled like 4 or 5 checks, and then I had to roll 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 checks whenever I had to follow that guy. And then, because I had to roll Arcana too, which was bullshit in my opinion. And then I had to roll for initiative. I had to roll to punch the guy. Is this spam? What is this? I keep getting calls.
Maybe it's your job testing you. Maybe you should answer
It's
this
not
call.
my job to. It can't be. No, I've been getting fucking spam calls all this week, and it's bullshit.
I have been as
Anyways.
well. I've been getting tons this last couple of weeks. I don't know why.
Anyways.
It's always like human resources as well. They're like phoning me going, hello. It's always automated. Hello, sir. Would you like to join us in human resources where we are going to discuss about your job and how it is affecting your social life? Fuck off. And I
That's
hang up.
exactly what I keep getting. But
Just
it's like,
automated robot.
it's like, I'll answer it. And then I won't say anything. I'll put it on mute. And then sometimes I'll hang up, which I'm like, haha, got you. But sometimes I'll like say something and then it activates. I'm like, all right, go fuck yourself. But the thing is, it says, the thing that pisses me off, my phone says it's healthcare. God, I know it's not motherfucking healthcare. That's bullshit.
That makes sense.
My job is calling me, god damn it. Give me 1 fucking second. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, time to lower Cassie down to an
What
80.
is happening?
Cassie's a busy woman. She's getting all of her job. She's getting the money. She's printing. She's printing back there. She's
getting that bread.
She's getting the cheese. She's gonna like that next time.
Okay, now we can stop rubbing it in.
No, yeah,
Now
I'm
I can
sorry.
stop.
So mean.
I'm sorry. But yes, so we've had quite a lengthy fuck, my brain's not working today, guys. I need help.
We've had a lengthy, yes.
We've had a lengthy one. No, as Leonie was saying earlier, we've had quite a few campaigns, quite a few games this last week. There was a bit of a lull last week before, but we've gotten back into the swing of things, and we've had pretty much a few games on the bounce. We've had Tuesday game, Friday game, Sunday game, a lot of games, and each one there's like fucking shit going on. Like we're progressing. We're progressing very nicely. There's no like sitting around and twiddling your thumbs. It's getting dirty. Just how we like it.
Even last Sunday session, I was like, I wanted to get done more. No! Why did this guy have to fucking come assassinate now? You couldn't have waited 2 days or some shit. I have other things to do.
But if he had waited 2 days, we wouldn't have been there to stop him.
That's true. That's true. Let Korthak deal with it.
Hey, I mean, he pretty much did, yeah.
Well, maybe.
I can reload 6 times if we ever fucking try to go against this
maybe
guy.
he wouldn't have thought to grab the orb. Considering he didn't know what the orb did, he might have not thought to grab it.
I will say, like in general, I think the MVP of that was Antonia. Just her aura alone, like the +5 for everyone, that enough is like solidifies people from being killed. Hello, Cassie.
2 of them together.
So I fucking start tomorrow.
Oh shit!
Oh,
the manager's going on vacation, and it is good. Yes, it's because I get paid for orientation. Fuck yeah! But the manager's going on vacation, so I have to start tomorrow. Otherwise, she won't be there. So, anyways,
Cassie, don't compromise anything.
Nope.
With your job here, please. I can see you saying something that will like just not end up well. So
it probably won't, because I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Nah, you'll do great.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry.
They're required to teach you how things are done. So
yeah.
They're not gonna like, all right, figure it out. Just leave you there, you know.
I fucking hope not. Anyways, Antonia's great.
Yeah.
I love Antonia.
Yeah.
Love
I think we all agree. We all agree.
I was actually thinking of playing maybe a paladin next.
Oh Jesus!
Ooh.
Yeah.
What? Why a paladin?
Big.
The gods
damage.
ain't shit.
Big damage. Big
Big
numbers.
gods ain't shit.
Big
It has been
number makes
proven.
serotonin. Mm.
Sienna rolls a
No, I
43.
have a
Nice.
devastatingly angsty idea, and I want to do it.
Oh
So
Oh
God.
my god!
it's not even.
Lord help us.
It's not even just like
Perfect.
pure edgy angst. It's more like, I don't know, sapphic longing.
Oh God.
This shit will make you. If it was
You
supposed-
say it's not
you
angst.
have to
That's
make
bullshit.
more-
That's all angst.
No,
It's
it's not
gonna
the
be-
Say
edgy
it
angst.
wasn't angst.
So it's going to be like
You said it was
sadistic.
an edgy angst.
No.
Okay.
A very
I think
bittersweet, melancholy type of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see.
I
though.
think
it might change.
it's hilarious that in our first campaign I played a cleric who was just nothing but devout to the gods, and now I have in this campaign a character in my head being like, the gods ain't shit, bro. They ain't shit. They killed your family or whatever. I don't know.
Huh? They killed whose
Funny.
family? Whose family
Mine?
did they kill? No.
Thorn has family.
I was the demons.
Yes.
I know, but that still doesn't make any fucking sense to me, because the children of the gods should be the fucking angels, or at least that's what makes sense to
Well,
me.
No, we established this.
I know, and I fucking understand, but I'm saying it makes no sense to me.
My ears.
I'm sorry.
This is exactly what I say.
I'm
Every
sorry.
session, like when we start the session, I turn up cast almost at 200, and after sessions, I go down to like 80 because the difference between Cassie and Thor
Can't-
is
I can't
crazy.
fucking help it, man. I can't help it.
Yes,
guys
you can.
irritate- No, you guys piss me off so much. I can't.
Yes, it's our
You're
fault.
just
Yes.
easily anchored.
I think it's a good measure of
Oh.
both. We do piss her off, and she's
If-
very easily angered.
If Cassie's employers are watching this, she doesn't
They are
get
not
angry
watching this.
too often.
They're not watching this.
You never know. You never know.
Trust me,
Sure.
I know.
Cover all bases.
There are some very nice older ladies. They do not watch Twitch or YouTube.
Hey,
You
they
never
have-
know.
I don't know.
They have nothing but Facebook. Okay.
How
It's
do
just
you know
despicable
that?
me
We don't
minions
have
memes.
any actual names anywhere, so I don't think that could happen. Actually,
Looks
True. I don't
underneath
have a
our
lot of
portrait.
accounts everywhere. I have an Instagram account, and
Well-
that's pretty much it. I don't have Twitter.
that
I don't have
doesn't
Facebook,
have
I
a
don't have
full
nothing.
names. That just has our first names.
That's right.
How do you
That's right.
find
So
one
glad I'm
specific
trans.
Cassie? Oh, her name isn't even Cassie. Her name isn't even. Okay, it doesn't matter.
They never gonna
Robbie.
find me, bitch.
Good lord.
Jesus
I don't know if,
Christ.
if Leonie called that.
I don't think she did. She doesn't care.
I don't know.
Anyways.
No, I don't.
I just said this is. I'm glad I'm trans.
I did not understand again. Let's move on. This is getting sad.
Anyway,
Okay.
Okay.
It's literally just
Bye.
looking at something like loading. Just no.
it's
No.
alright.
Stop.
Leonie
so
loves the little what's his name? It's like the T-Rex on the browser because her internet's so shit.
My
That's what she
God.
plays.
I do love that guy. He's
She loves the
adorable.
guy.
I do.
Leonie, you are not helping your case, girl. He's making fun of you.
That's
Speaking of
no, he's
names,
making fun of my Wi-Fi. That's different.
speaking of names, and the previous thing I mentioned about hating Maya, the program, I have accidentally concerned people by like putting a Discord status like "fuck you, Maya, go fuck yourself. I fucking hate you." But it's like, what happened? Who's Maya? And I'm like, oh shit, man, it's a program. No, it's nobody.
You have to like put in like parentheses before you start rage typing if you're specifically talking about Maya. Just like
Maya parentheses program.
yes, and then all caps again. Oh,
It's
Lord.
caused confusion multiple times. I'm like, God damn it. Why do they have to give it a person's name? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with you Autodesk people? Figure yourselves out.
Well, who created it? Was it someone called Maya? Perhaps.
They probably named it after their daughter or something.
Probably
So actually,
Yeah.
Robbie, you're the asshole.
Considering
They named it after their dead dog.
feel bad. They're fucking psychopaths. People who made
God.
Maya. Jesus Christ.
All right, now we
There
gotta
goes
pull
there goes the promotional deal. Goodbye, Maya.
I don't want a promotional deal with Autodesk. Fuck you, Autodesk. You heard it here first. No, I'm kidding.
Well, to get us on track with some questions about D&D, what did you guys think of the last Sunday session? I'm just going to jump at a few topics. The conversation between Fennell and Alistair, for example, the omen that he gave. He was very specific when he was saying time is running out.
Yeah, very normal conversation.
Very normal
Yeah.
conversation, of course, yes.
Very
of
normal
course.
end to that conversation. Very normal.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
How do you think your characters would have reacted if you heard that information? Or if you had the opportunity to talk with him? Because none of you were there, right?
No, not for that
yeah, Ben had
conversation.
the option to, but didn't.
Yes.
I would have asked more questions. I would have been like, what the fuck do you mean?
Classic Frey.
Well, no, I wouldn't have. But my character would have been just like, what? What? Sorry, what do you mean? What is that? Can't you elaborate? who's
please?
doing that now? Yes, exactly. Roughly like that.
Ben probably would have been like, "Oh my god, not another one of these. Fate is a tournament."
Just pops another headache tablet. Just like, oh, fuck. Another one.
I mean, he's had to deal with a similar, essentially, person telling him the same thing a bit later in the day with the elf guy. And his stance on it is pretty clear. He doesn't believe in fate being one certain concrete thing that isn't, able to change. So, well, he'd be like, "Oh, okay, what a normal, insane thing to say to someone you've just met. Great. You keep your religious preachings to yourself." Yeah, it's essentially that.
I love how you guys were able to actually like stop them from getting away with it in the end. Like the whole Thorn, like just saying that you were going to be looking at Hunter was enough. I was like, oh fuck, she's gonna find it. She's gonna find it. She's gonna fucking be on this tail. It's another Diplor situation. Is she gonna die? What's gonna happen? That was all that's going through my head.
This is why you play a rogue.
There's two fucking rogues in the fucking party.
You have to play a rogue that's emotionally constipated all the fucking time, okay? Because she will be brooding over shit that she said that she made the situation worse. So
yeah,
the edgy rogues. They're good, man. They're good.
All because of that one edgy rogue, you were able to get a slight upper hand against the thing, and then able to take him out. Very good.
Interesting that a lot of them are vulnerable to lightning. Is that because of essentially? I mean, you don't have to tell me, but I'm assuming it's because of the metal they have.
Well, I will just say this: the two that were vulnerable to lightning, you don't know about the elf.
You guys are gonna not see me a few times. My
She's
dog's
on the phone again.
calling me. I'll just leave so you guys know.
But the two entities that were vulnerable to lightning, they were like semi-mechanical. So there were elements of them that would be susceptible to it. But yeah, there are reasons for their resistances and such. And as well, like you're starting to realize the way that the kind of magic flows in this world. Like you have your arcana, you have your divine, but you've also got something else. There's like psionics and stuff. So not every dispel, not every counterspell, not everything's going to overlap with everything.
The secrets? God damn it.
God dang it.
No, not really.
No, just pointing out the obvious. Cool. But yeah, I was wholly planning for that guy just to turn up, blow up that guy's fucking head, and then leave. And then because Cassie Thorn got there first, You basically called him out. He was just going to play. He was just going to wait. He was just going to wait as a guard, wait until everyone left.
I really do think I was really lucky with some of my rolls.
Oh man!
In that specific sequence, because I got that fucking nat 20, and I think
Yeah.
that was the nail. I think that was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
And if it hadn't have gone well, I probably would have taken the Death Stalker potion that I had got a while ago to try and follow him.
You guys had what was it, 4 nat 20s before the combat even started? You had
that was all Feline.
Yeah,
it was all Feline.
You had the stealth check from Thorn, and then you had 3 from fucking Feline. That was enough damage to allow you guys to then take him out inside of there from getting away. So every single instance of that combat, that's the perfect, like, how I see combat, or at least a scenario where there's a bit of like give and take, where everyone's participating. Everyone did something. Everyone had a moment to shine. Thorn was there to alert. You brought in Feline. Feline was able to do something. Then you all head in. Feline guided you to where the next attack was. You guys inside, and Tonya was there to give you a buff. You had Korthak dealing massive damage, Sienna dealing massive damage, Fennel basically stopping him from going away straight away by stealing the orb. Van kind of trying to manipulate the battlefield and dealing some heavy damage as well. It was just kind of like that culmination of everyone working together in tandem. That's peak. That's peak D&D. That's how it should be.
Hell yeah.
That's how it should go. Everyone having an influence in the way the story goes. Because I was like, nah, these guys are fucked. But no, you surprised me. You surprised me. And now we get to see the fruits of your labor. Because these guys, you've just proven something to them. Because they're like, this is supposed to happen. And you guys have gone, no, not the case. We're not following a road. You are following my road, bitch. So yeah,
I just
quite enjoyed
love
that.
that it was after Van's speech as well to the elf guy, and the elf was kind of like smug about it or whatever.
See you next time.
Yeah.
And then like
Yep.
immediately proven wrong.
I can just imagine the absolute rage that all of us as players would have felt and would have unloaded.
If he got away with it.
If he got away with it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I can totally
There would have
imagine
been
how.
yelling. There would have been tears.
Yep. It was just absolute fucking outrage.
For sure.
Like,
for sure.
Max
like
writing this
flipping
down.
tables.
I was. That's kind of the That was the outcome I was
Desired
expecting. Yeah. That was kind of like, yeah, I'm ready to take this on. It's fine. These guys can berate me for the next week, 2 weeks. I don't really care. I'm going to be on holiday, so I'm not going to look at my phone.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good little combination of all of you. And as well, before that, having the confrontation in the party where Thorn had spoken to Van had spoken to Fennel had then spoken to Sienna and Thorn. Like everyone's
More Sienna.
yeah, you know what I mean. But like everyone's like interconnected. Like even the one single drama that's going on, everyone's getting involved, and that's how it should be because you are a party. It's, everything you're doing should be together rather than just like 2 people. I hate you. I hate you, and then other people like, what the fuck? Why are you fighting? There's no need to fight, but now everyone's involved, which is fun. That's good. It's peak drama. It's like telenovelas.
Last time we did this chit chat, we were like, so Sienna and Fidel have never had a conversation. And now they've had a conversation.
Yeah.
Good start.
Yay.
Good start.
That was totally the goal.
As soon as it happened, I got flashbacks of the chit chat. And I was like, oh God. No, I was thinking, oh yeah. Leonie had mentioned that she'd never had a conversation with Fennel, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I was honestly surprised that Fennel got so mad.
Well, Frey's putting on the big boy pants now. He's like,
yeah, he's becoming more like active,
assertive.
Yeah. I think everyone is.
Yeah, I think you guys made all of your characters not shy, but recluse, maybe.
Yeah.
A bit more kind of like edge of society. No one's like prominent. Everyone's like a side character, if you will. Like no one's like the big main character syndrome. Everyone's like, no, I don't want to be in the light. No, let them. No, I don't want to be there. Someone else
Yeah, it
do
was
it.
like literally, it was like somebody was like, "Oh, somebody has to go first." Like we don't know.
Everyone's
I
just
don't
looking at each
know.
other.
Fucking like draw
An
straws
awkward
or something like
moment.
that.
On the sidewalk where you're trying to let the person pass, but they're trying to
Yeah.
let you pass. So you're just like,
We're all just backing
somebody
away behind
go!
each other.
Somebody decide. But I think now we're having a pretty good balance of who's
Yeah.
taking what different actions and where we want to go, what actions to take. Yeah, I feel like at least our characters feel like they have a bit more, not control over the situation, but they have
Agency.
some agency, like, some stable ground underneath their feet.
Yeah.
To be able to do things.
Mm-hmm. I think that mainly came around with a lot of the backstories where I'm running away from X. So to get into the campaign, you're still running technically. So to like completely forget that would be kind of disingenuous to the backstory that you made. So to have that be at the forefront, and now you guys are like, actually, we can take this on if we think and plan. Now I think it's starting to pay off. Whereas the beginning, you're like, oh, Frederick, I'm so scared. Siren, shit. But now
Well,
it's
we
like,
had good reason to be scared.
Yeah.
of course. But now,
We did
now you're more
literally
assertive.
start with 3 5s running away from, because with Fennel also running away from Gil technically. We literally started with 3 out of 5. Damn, okay, that's too many. Guys, you should have coordinated this better. That's too many.
Oh, sorry. Our bad, Leonie.
The only people who never wrote
obviously.
enemies or like antagonists in their backstory was Leonie and Jack.
I could argue that Jack's mom was the villain.
You could say that Sienna's
Not
adopted
Jack's mom,
parents are the
Dane's
villains as well.
Yeah.
Can I-
You could easily say that.
Can I show you guys like the proper representation about how Ven feels about the entire soothsaying Nimbus and Frederick situation right
Oh,
now?
Jesus, here we go.
All right, let's go. What is this?
There you go.
It's not loading. Okay, wait.
No.
Okay.
It's
There
like,
you go, there you
man, fuck
The Ben
this
Affleck
shit.
meme.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate.
He's so done. It's just like, man, what the hell are these people doing?
It's quite fair. But to be fair,
It's fair, yeah.
Van did kill a load of people, so you know it's kind of on them as well.
You're not
So-
totally guiltless, so.
Robbie's face. Huh?
What does this have to do with? No, he's just like, man, what the fuck is all this shit? Y'all are doing too much.
Yeah. Well, since you've made a mockery of the soothsaying Nimbus, I don't think they'll be coming up anytime soon. So
Liar! Don't trust a goddamn word he says.
Yeah, totally. They're totally not gonna be on our asses now.
No,
for sure.
they're gonna
No.
fuck us over. We're fucking donezo.
Also, because
We are-
the assassin guy, Max specifically said that he was still tracking the scent of Hunter's memories. So since we're carrying that around with us, they're
Yep.
gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
But
So
what happens if I put it in a bag of holding?
you know that their abilities don't seem to go around the restraints of magic. So it's possible
it's
that
like a pocket dimension, but yeah.
Mhm. It could be
Well,
something.
Shouldn't
But
Salar still be in the city?
He's Alex Shear.
He should be. He's already moved on. It's been a day.
he did say he was
Okay.
going the next day.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Get down.
So he
Could've
isn't
asked
here.
him.
at the
He has
We've
any-
been on 3 different continents within a week.
Yeah.
Just another Tuesday.
Like their inner clock's gonna be like, fuck. It's like
The inner clock is fucked, but also bear in mind that you have been informed that the planes they're interconnected and there's like an in-between. I'm kind of like, shit, when are these guys gonna go to that in-between? Because teleporting is all good and whatnot, but it can go wrong. As Fennel was asking, he was like, how do I go there? Well, just botch up the spell.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
you know, really ruin a plane shift.
Mhm.
Not looking at Cassie, not at all.
Well, I'm interested
You won't get me.
to find out
Uh-huh.
if Van singing thing, if it transports him to the actual place, or is this something within his memories / mind, or if it's the actual physical place within the shadow plane.
Mhm.
Because that could also help us get in the in between, maybe, possibly. I don't fucking
Maybe.
know.
Possibly.
Good to
Possibly.
have
But like, do we want to
witnesses next
go
time.
there? Do we even want? Why would we want to go?
Don't.
Exactly, to figure out the
Here's-
weird cloth thing.
Here's a
I'm
question.
not that desperate to figure out Finel's cloak thing.
What do you guys think the cloak is?
Well, we know it's a
Is
gift.
my theory would be that it's the actual Finel Domar who's, you know, who he trapped there and now he's, you
No,
know,
but
following him.
Oh
We
shit!
we know
That's
it's a
a good
gift,
theory.
not a Triton.
Oh yeah, it is a gift.
It's a big hippo.
Yeah, but
Shut up,
it's
Bex.
something
got
in
it.
the in between. There could
I
have
got
been
it, guys.
like, he was stuck there. He was in there for a few seconds and came out 20 years later. What's
I have
to
an
say that
idea.
you can't change your? Uh-huh.
I have an idea. It's his actual ex-boyfriend.
Jeez.
And Gil
I feel like he would recognize.
What
No,
I'm gonna say is the truth of what this thing is. Some of you are gonna hate it. I just know it.
God, is it okay?
Uh-huh.
Can we get it? Okay, can we ask?
I feel
can we
like
get
it's
a hint?
Cass and Leon, and it's something from the previous campaign.
That's what I was
and-
gonna ask.
I'm,
Is it?
I'm not
some-
saying if
what
it's
hint?
that. I'm just saying what it is. I think like people are just gonna be like, really? That's it? I think it's gonna be
Oh, like there's nothing else. It's just one thing. It's not even that dramatic.
maybe.
God.
Well,
I know what it is,
God.
but I'm just always curious to see how you guys react because it started interacting with Fennel, going through reflections and like touching his
Yeah, I
hands.
still think he should have tried to fucking pull. He should have just tried pulling.
He didn't do that, did he?
Anyway,
No, he didn't. I was sitting here like, and you try and pull, and you try and pull. He didn't, and I was like, okay, yeah, just don't try it.
Honest
Just let it go.
theory,
Yeah.
I don't know the Gith lore for your worlds. I'm
Mhm.
assuming in this world they're not an alien race that fights mind players.
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna disregard the Gith thing because I don't know a lot about them.
hmm
I'm assuming they were some kind of mage, just based on the
Yeah.
fact that they seem to be aware of magic and how to use it to get out of things. Like maybe some kind of conjuration or well, maybe not transmutation. I think the transmutation thing is happening because of how long they've been in that in between. Some kind of mage has been in there for a long time, essentially.
Okay. Good theory.
I don't know how they would be connected to anyone. I don't think they're connected to anyone. I think it's just a random lost soul that caught on to Fennel.
Just because you just said that, there is a certain lost being that we still don't know where they ended up. But technically, they're supposed to be
Motherfucker.
lost in time, not space. So, but we don't really know what the fuck Decker did. So,
That's not. That's. It's. It can't.
nah, that's very unlikely. Also, that wouldn't get a negative reaction out of me. That would get a cool reaction. So I'm not sure. Max saying that some of us are not gonna like it makes me go, huh?
I have a feeling he's talking about me because what do I like that Max does? That's the question.
Damn!
Yeah, I like almost everything he does. What do you mean?
No, it's
Except the
Yeah,
Hannibal.
I'm like-
The Hannibal thing was evil. Anyway.
yeah, that's fucked.
that was not okay. It's a good move.
Yep,
but
I
not
know
okay.
what we're talking about.
No, you don't.
It's
I know, Leon, it's called sarcasm.
I know.
I think I like hearing your guys' theories because it's just getting the insight from someone who doesn't have all the pieces because a lot of the
Mhm.
stuff is written, it's already like in stone. So hearing what you guys have to say, I'm kind of like, that actually sounds better. but no, unfortunately not.
Well, that was my kind of question last, or I think I asked it at some point, but it's like, if we say something and you already have like a plan figured out, do you like, oh, that's way more interesting and take it and then switch it around, or do you just keep it a straight line?
I try and keep it as like authentic as possible.
Okay. It's
Maybe
because I know I would do that if I was a DM. I'd be like, oh wait, no, that's better. Yoink.
well, because a lot of the stuff is like it's already been said, and if you try and change it later, it might like make things more
Yeah, no,
complicated than necessary. And not to say I haven't, like maybe I have, like unconsciously just like added something in that like you guys have said, and it's just like earworm, and I don't even realize. You know, sometimes that may happen. But for the most part, a lot of it is already kind of in mind. Like I've already got ideas for like twists and turns for each one of your characters. Now, of course, that's going to like change as we go around. Like we're getting reveals already of your characters. Like Sienna's the key to divinity, or whatever the fuck. Thorn is like an element of an old race that
I think
pertain to the Gudfayans.
I think I'm some sort of princess or something.
Yeah, and then you have Ven, who's like like an enigma, a kind of middle ground. No one can really like pinpoint. The most prophetic sorcerers, the most scary magicians, they do not understand what the fuck Ven is, and they cannot even track him like that.
Yep.
There's like reveals happening slowly and surely.
He's just a silly guy. What do you mean?
He's a little sweetheart.
Everything but a silly guy.
What? He's a little silly.
He's a little goofy.
Yeah.
He go bing bong.
I won't argue about your character with you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that, Cassie. You're a real G.
Yeah. Sure.
Another question that I had in mind was, what do you think is in the hole that Ven is seeing and has been mentioned in the story? What is this unfathomable space? What do you guys think that may be?
The Everlight, probably.
Didn't it get answered last session, essentially?
Did it?
Whether it's true or not, no one really knows, do they?
Because we know it was like some kind of fairy tale or some kind of legend, like a source of all
probably
creation or the star. I don't think it's the Everlight.
It could be.
Everlight.
I don't think so. Because we know that it is in the Shadowfell, and the Everlight is not in the Shadowfell.
Yeah. As far as we know, yeah.
I'm trying to remember, because last campaign we fucking went there, and I'm trying to remember anything except just like the
I think we were very different,
and
I think we were in very different parts of the Shadowfell than what Robbie's character saw. I don't think we were even remotely close to that part of the Shadowfell.
No, but even
also keep in mind, it's just my stylistic choice in art to make it light. From what we know, it's just unfathomable. Oh my fucking god!
Unfathomable.
Yeah, thank you.
That one
doesn't mean that it's light. It's just for the sake of dramatics. It's cool to make it light in art. Okay, it's not canonically light.
It's just like missing textures. It's like something that you just cannot understand. You look at it, you blink. You look at it again, it's different. You blink, and it's different again. Like it's just always going to be something that you cannot understand or describe.
The current theory is that whatever Ven saw is what Ven's parents discovered, right?
Yeah.
So it would be something that works against the soothsaying nimbus, and the Everlight isn't technically against the soothsaying nimbus. They're just also afraid of it because they think it's going to end the world or something.
That's right.
It's ruined.
Yeah.
Ruins in there.
We had
no, it is not. We know that bit.
Saying, we're cowards. Because that's all Ben heard. You're like, okay, so you're just hiding. Okay.
Yeah.
Pussies, what the fuck? Like, why are you drilling me about not being a coward? The fuck?
Well, here's a question: if you knew the world was ending, what would you do? Would you still like try and live, or would you try and like run away? Would you try and build
And
something else?
prevent it?
But if you
Yeah.
know this is an inevitability, you cannot control it
Ugh.
because from
Well-
their eyes, right, they're looking at it through
Mm.
Kamara, and they're like, oh,
I'd start looting.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
susceptible to that kind of cult behavior.
Are you
I guess try and save as many people as possible? Which they're clearly not interested in doing.
It's
well, they
the
have
purge.
students.
It's the purge, baby, for me.
The purge.
I'm in America. It turns into the purge. If the world is ending, looting, all that stuff, like it doesn't matter anymore. Nobody
I'm
should
going
be
straight to
looting
my
for war.
neighbor. I'm going to steal their
No,
Rolex.
The world isn't ending tomorrow. The world is ending in a few years at best. If you start looting now, you're still going to be put in prison.
And then you're
Fair.
gonna be doing shit for the next couple of years.
A few years.
Yeah.
at best.
I mean, I guess it all depends what kind of power you have. Because in that world, our characters have a lot more power than, you know, your average modern day citizen in real life.
Yeah.
Like, you can't cast fireballs in real life, really?
And I wish.
No. Well,
They're called Molotov cocktails.
yeah.
Or alternative.
Yeah, but they're not
Gun.
magical. It's not the same.
Guns, says the American.
Yeah, these are my spells.
Fireball isn't the first spell I would go for.
Which one?
What? Polymorph? Probably. That'd be pretty cool to have.
Oh,
Okay.
that would be pretty cool.
What would
But
be, like,
also, wish.
I think
Wait.
rather than polymorph,
That's
I think I'd quite
boring
like
as fuck, though.
alter self. I think
Yeah.
I'd quite like
Uh-huh.
to be able to just
Polymorph,
adapt.
Like, yeah.
That could be fun.
Like, if you feel like you want to have one hair color one day and then the next day a different hair color, like
You're
Robbie's
just-
thinking. Robbie's thinking of the
Dude.
practicalities here, the in-depth practicalities.
That's just
What do you
like
think I want
mystique
to
at this
polymorph?
point.
Titties be gone. Whoa, my problem solved without huge medical bills.
No, because like at that point you're just mystique.
Yeah, I guess so.
Honestly,
Oh,
at
yeah,
that point, we can just say let's all be changelings. Because changelings are the best
Yeah.
D&D race.
Yeah, they are.
Damn.
Facts.
Yeah, facts.
You heard
And
it
then
here. You heard it
right
here
up.
first and last.
No!
Probably not
This is
last.
a common day.
Oh,
Definitely not last.
But like tieflings, changelings, and then half elves are like the core of like being gay and playing D&D.
Yeah, definitely.
Indeed.
Definitely. Dragonborns are pretty cool too.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm-
must.
You know, and like
That's-
see the dragonborns are cool, but I also do not want a dragon, so I will never make a dragonborn character.
My heart.
Uh-huh.
I
There's
can't,
no-
man.
But
I can't draw lizards. I just can't do it. I
you did very
barely
well with
Vortex.
Corthac.
You did.
I don't know how I did that. I don't know why
It's good.
fucking lizard god possessed me to draw him, but he turned out well. And
Well,
then I
now you
tried
have to draw Feline, so you gotta get
And then-
that thing again.
Jesus.
No, I tried to draw a chibi version of Bahamut the other day, and it turned out shit. Max notes.
Oh,
It was
God.
chibi. It was chibi and like hand drawn. It was
Yeah.
nothing. It
And
was
drawn.
quick.
What else would have been drawn by?
Face drawn because you headbutt the screen.
Totally. That's
God
totally-
dang.
What were we talking about?
Holes.
No, we-
yeah.
What the
Were-
unfathomable thing in the hole is.
We were talking about holes, Cassie. I bet you enjoyed that one.
I.
Um, Does anybody have questions that they wish to ask whilst we're all here? We have 4 of us here.
I do.
Go for it.
Okay, so besides like when it comes to character creation, besides like making the actual sheet, what is your like favorite thing to think about a character or like make? You know, like headcanon, pretty much. And Max, you can answer this too because you're a player now.
Yeah, true. And you also make NPCs, so.
Who cares?
So like, are we
NPCs,
talking like?
NPCs I make broken.
So
Okay,
are we
I'll give you
talking, like,
guys
not including the
Okay.
backstory or what?
not it like just like something fun. Like okay, so my thing
Like,
is that
outside of the backstory and stats.
yes,
Okay,
outside of
got it.
backstory, outside of stats, more just like what like aesthetics or vibes or something like that. Like for me, something that I love doing whenever I make a new character is I like to make a Pokemon team. And I know it's nerdy as fuck. But I made a Pokemon team for Thorn. I made one for just tons of other characters because it's so fun. I haven't made
Yeah.
one for Gildana because I was bored one day. But
Who was
it's
on the team for Gildana? I'm curious. Was Tentacruel in there?
no,
of
it's
her
not. But
dreadlocks.
that's a smart one. I should have put that one because the aesthetic that I was thinking of Gildana is that so she's like kind of punk rock and stuff like that.
Yes.
Fuck are my notes.
Mhm.
So and she also has like
Yes,
that sort of
no.
quote unquote electric guitar or whatever. So
What's the new I say new, the Lanoon the black and white skunk one, the newer one that came out.
I
What's that one
don't know.
called?
There's a skunk one. It's called Stunky.
No, not that one.
Oh,
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about
That's
then.
so cute. I love
Are you talking about Zigzagoon? Galarian
There's a
Zigzagoon?
new, there's a new one.
Yeah.
What's the evolved version of that? What's that one called?
Obstagoon.
Is it
That
Obstagoon?
one's not on the team. Okay, so I have the team written down. I have a bunch of them written down on my notes. So her team is
no, that's so
Skyzor.
cute.
Her name is
That's so
Skyzor.
cute.
Let
Mhm.
me finish. There's Skyzor,
Sorry.
Luxray, Seviper, Toxtricity, Electros, and Scolipede. So
Hmm.
my idea for Gildana is that she's a bug type, electric type, and poison type.
Mhm,
And then
mhm.
I sent this team to Jack because we talk about fucking Pokemon all the time. That we can't stop talking about Pokemon.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Wow, that is an interesting team for Gildana." I was like, "Why?" He said, "Because that team is a team that somebody has who is afraid to lose." And I was like, "Huh, there might be more layers to this and to Gildana by making just this team alone, you know?" But so that's what I do. I make Pokemon teams. I make one for Thorn. I
Okay.
make one for any like a lot of backup characters, but that's one of the examples of one of my favorite things to do when it comes to character creation. Like creating what Pokemon they have and like that sort of like what typing they would go with their team.
Mhm.
And so that's something that I do. But I wanted to know what y'all's were.
I think I'd like to try and go for an archetype and then break the mold a little bit. So, for example, go for someone who, let's put an example out there, someone who's bombastic, happy-go-lucky, charming, but they've also got a slight twist to them. Like, it's the twist for me that I can kind of play with a bit more, because of course you can always make a character that's like one note and just very lat, and it gets a bit boring. When there's like another subtlety underneath, that's what I like writing out. So like for in the Friday campaign, Gerard, yes. I'd say for Gerard, he's very, as we saw in the first episode, quite brutish, quite just stern. He will just dog someone, look at them, not say a word, and then just kind of go about his business. But then once you start talking with him, he's quite eloquent. He's quite kind of talkative. He can indulge and kind of be more emotional, but on the outside, he's quite cold. Having that cold and warm, where he's kind of like a protector of sorts character, but then he's also a bit rough around the edges. So multiple layers is what I like going for when it comes to creating a character. I try and find the layers first, and then the backstory goes with it, and then the rest of the sheet from there.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice,
I mean,
nice.
we noticed it with Nerky last session that Gerard kind of had that almost protective older brother instinct towards them and almost like towards the rest of the party, but still yet to be shown. Yeah, it was a very cute moment.
Yeah, it was adorable.
Right, well, don't expect it too often.
Mhm.
It's me
Well,
after all.
I feel like he doesn't give shit to people who don't deserve it.
Oh, for sure.
Or he
Yeah.
feels like he does. Yeah.
Yeah. He'll
Like,
give
he's not
people
gonna
what they're
look at
due.
yeah. I don't feel like he would like see a sad kid and be like, get the
Fuck
fuck
you.
out, fuck you, fuck them
Yeah.
kids. Like, he's sensible to who
Mhm.
he gives the harsher treatment or not.
He'll go down to the kid and go, "What's your fucking problem?" They'll be like, "Oh, they stole my lunch money." Who? Them over there. All right. He'll walk over, beat the shit out of the other child, and then
Good lord.
hand
Yeah, he
back.
would.
This is
he
what
would.
happens when you bully people in real life.
Yeah, pick on someone bigger than you. Fuck you.
And it turns out, no,
Jesus
never mind. I'll
Christ.
shut up.
Here we are.
Anyways, Leonie, Robbie, what are your other things to build character?
I'm pretty boring. Ever since Cassie introduced me to make your own character board, Pinterest board, I've been making Pinterest boards for every single character of
Nice.
mine.
It's so
The
fun.
first one I ever made was Sienna's, and now I have one for almost every single character I have. So yeah, even ones that I haven't played yet, they have a Pinterest board.
Yep.
I've never played them for a second, but I have a Pinterest board.
Yep. Same here.
And it's all Cassie's fault.
I have no regrets about that.
No, you shouldn't. It's a good thing.
It is a good thing. It's awesome. Pinterest is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
For me, see, I'm not sane, so no, I'm kidding.
Oh, and where did you get the impression that everybody else here was?
I meant more like for example, I don't necessarily do like Pinterest boards because I find them too tedious sometimes, and Pinterest recommendation thing is annoying as hell. It's never correct.
Just
But I do like making mood boards for art. I love drawing my characters. I mean, that's pretty fucking obvious. But
what? You like
Uh,
drawing?
Oh,
But-
we didn't notice.
I do like not just drawing, but adding like little bits that probably nobody will ever see or know about other than the poor DM who gets spammed. But like Ven has his little journal where I sometimes add in his thoughts and like little poems and stuff. I draw little different outfits for him, little like, what if scenarios.
Like the Cavalier Sunset Ball. You did
Yeah.
a few different outfits for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's changed himself to like his base outfit. Other thing is like either comics or just like little doodles of the character interacting with NPCs from their backstory, just to like for me to figure out kind of what their relationship is like. I feel like it's
Mhm.
easier to draw it out sometimes. Sometimes it makes no fucking sense to anyone else but me, but hey. And also Spotify playlists, but yeah.
The Spotify
yeah.
playlist. There's
Yeah.
so many.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
See-
Men's playlist literally over 100 songs. Way.
Yeah, that's the thing with me is that I am so collected on a few songs that I like and I listen to over and over and over again. So I cannot for the life of me make Spotify playlists for my characters. I have one for
Same.
Thorn, and that's the only one that I'm gonna make because God, it's too much work trying to find new songs. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. I
found them
already
in the
dread
most
that when we
random
have to do
ways.
the Friday characters Instagram post, because then I have to decide on a song for Neiman, and I don't know what to pick for him, and I haven't
Somebody
stumbled
that I
across
used to
anything
know.
yet that works.
Somebody that I
That's
used
a
to
good
know.
one.
No,
Or,
because you don't even know the character.
No, I don't, but that's a good song. And another
Somebody
good song is,
yes to know.
but also My Anxiety by Doechii, because it takes somebody that I used to know and she sings over it, and it's really good.
Again,
Anyways.
you don't even know the character.
I don't.
Yeah,
Gerard.
the
I
mean,
Anxiety song is a good fit.
Technically.
Gerard's will be hurt I hurt myself.
Oh my fucking
today.
god. That's
No, I'm writing this
now-
down, but what
now I know
the-
exactly who your character is. Jesus Christ, Max.
No,
I
Max, what's
focus
the-
on the
what's that?
pain.
Um,
The
It's not
only
even Johnny
thing that's
Cash's.
real.
It's not even his song.
It's not his original, no.
Yeah.
His is a remake.
But
It was Nine Inch
his-
Nails that did the original.
Yeah, and I
One
think
of
they
nine.
said that like
His was
Nate.
better.
no, don't do the Nine Inch
Oh.
Nail versions. Do the Johnny Cash version.
Johnny Cash is
That's
better.
what we're talking about.
I do
Yeah.
the Johnny Cash version, sure.
Because Nine Inch Nails themselves, they were like, yeah, this was the
This
best cover
slaps.
that anybody could have made of one of our songs.
Yeah.
And then he
A lot
died
of
I think,
people
a week later.
Yeah, he died.
Rest in peace.
He
Kanye.
hurt himself
Stop.
no more.
He was.
you didn't know.
Oh,
He's now fucking dead.
Oh my god.
But
it's got dark.
an example of the little thingies doodles I did, it was the recent one with Ben, where it was like a little comic of how he found his childhood cat. And it's so
Yeah.
like, in the grand scheme of things, not fucking important, but to me, you know, it's part of his character.
Well, you know, that's
Uh-huh.
exactly why we do it, to figure out the character and figure out, like, you know, just
Yeah.
little things. Like, I love making headcanons for my characters. Thorn or anybody else. Like, it's literally, thing is, with me, it's like, I have to preach this. Like, you have to be a fan of your own stuff, you know? You gotta write the
Yeah.
fan fictions, do the headcanons, you do all the cute shit that you think other people would do. That's what I do. Because if I'm not a fan of my own character, I'm not gonna fucking play that character. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
That's just me.
Preach.
Yeah,
I mean-
on the topic of writing fanfics, that is also something I do. I have multiple, like, it's
Oh,
mostly
yeah.
like more short snippets from the perspective of the character or from someone else's perspective on the character. The character I most commonly do this is not one in the Rolex Play campaigns. It's my sorcerer. He has most snippets that I've written from him, I think, but all of my characters get like one or two. So it's
I
that's a
remember
thing.
I remember in like previous games I'd play in, which were very rarely, but if I did, whenever I write notes, I'd write it in first person, as if I were the character
Ooh.
writing the notes.
Ooh, okay.
So that whenever I refer back to them, I know exactly how they felt and what they were thinking and what info they picked up rather than me. Because sometimes it can blur, right? You hear something
Yeah.
from someone, you're like, oh yeah, I'll remember that, but I shouldn't know that. So that's how I used to go about it. But then you'd get notes that are fucking too long, and you'd constantly be like, oh, where was that again? Page 10? Oh, fuck, I'm on page 50.
That's me.
See, this is why I make my notes in Google Docs, where you can just skip to session 11, 12, 9, 10, whatever.
Yeah.
My notes are all over the fucking place. Like, you see me whenever I'm like, oh, I remember that name. I'm just like, where the fuck is this page? And it's like, girl, it's on the page you just wrote on. Like,
I
Oh,
need to do what
God.
Robbie does. I need to translate my written notes for Friday campaign onto Google Docs
you've
or
been
something.
saying that since the beginning. Or
Yeah.
you're talking about
Something.
Friday, but
Yeah,
my
Friday.
bad. I thought you were talking about all your notes in
Two
general.
sessions.
No,
No,
I thought
now-
he was talking about his notes in general.
I know,
No.
I know.
My notes were primarily, when we did the first campaign, they were primarily on like physical. I never used to type
Yeah.
anything out during the sessions because, like, again, I think when you're typing them out during the sessions, it's quite hard to pay attention. When you've got a notepad in front of you, it's a bit easier to just write it, like as you're like looking and listening. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's for me, it's easier to write and close my eyes rather than type, close my eyes and listen.
Skill issue, I have 2 screens.
Yes,
my
well, I
God.
don't,
Robbie.
bitch. I have fucking paper, okay? I'm destroying trees. What are you doing?
No,
Well,
but
now-
I
This is my
get it.
notes from the last Tuesday game. It's just a mess. And it'll
For the
panic doodle.
one campaign I was in before, I did have a physical notebook. The problem is, same with the thing that happens to my physical sketchbooks. by the time like a year passes, they look like they've
Filled.
been through like a hurricane.
Yeah.
Just how
This
I
is.
open and close them.
I don't know if I can
and
see. This is
fucking
one
abuse them.
page, and then it's just like fucking chaos. Like I don't know what's written on here.
Damn.
It's a lot.
Yeah, fair
I've got the
enough.
same. This is only from 2 fucking sessions. That's 2 fucking sessions, guys. And I've got more written on fucking Google Docs.
Hey,
If
I like
anybody's
my
asking
listeners,
how to,
man.
if anybody's asking in the Twitch or whatever chat that we have, if how to take notes, don't ask us, okay?
No,
we
no,
don't
we're
know.
not the people.
No,
We're not.
no, we all suck at that. Except Baby Robbie.
No, Robbie's the only one that has a handle on it. We're all
Yeah,
fucking-
Well, yeah, don't look at sessions before session 27 in the
oh my
Google Docs.
god.
Don't.
No,
I
it's still
definitely
better
didn't-
than ours. You've seen my notes, Robbie. You've seen my notes. On good days
one
they're
of the
comprehensible.
notes from I mean, not really. They seem fine to me. I
my
like when you
notes-
add into the document. But one of the notes for session 33 is Shadow Warp the Feywild, question mark, and then give myself back, Spark, my boy, sad
My
emoji, sad
boy.
emoji, sad emoji.
Yeah,
So
that's accurate. That's what happened.
and
It's
we
funny how
have
you can
the-
like picture the moment as well. That's
Mhm,
good.
mhm.
Yeah. When catch a break part 30 billion something number. Yo, Thorn and Gildana get freaky.
Shit.
The last session was pretty
Tame.
decent notes.
Not in terms of drama, but same
Yeah.
everybody else.
Well,
Yeah,
the only
and
the only notes
Mm.
were given were like to Frey. Really?
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. He was the only one that had to note down shit.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
like
damn, that
putting
is
important
very...
information, and then it's just like, you know, Siren is some kind of uncanny valley creature of nightmares because of course he is. Jesus Christ.
No, guys, no, I figured it out. He's just a bunch of weasels in a weird skin coat. And that's it.
Took a little
Say,
opposite of a...
implication that he's not a skin grafter, he's made of multiple skin grafters.
Oh, I didn't even consider that. Aw. That's awful.
Not a thing. Not
See,
a thing.
the way I imagine skin grafters, I didn't realize it was like one per person. I imagined it was just like just a bunch of like tadpole looking little things that like make up the entire
would be so
body.
much-
Oh, that's bad.
Like,
Bad.
They fill up the entire body like this parasitic fucking
Ugh,
thing.
gross.
That's what I
gross,
imagined.
gross.
One
And that's when
creature,
like
and they step into the body like the suit, and then they wear it.
ah.
Yeah.
just
So,
I was like confused when that guy was inspecting. I was like, I feel like that would have been, you know, noticeable from from like that close up. But no, it makes more
Siren
sense.
probably
I'll
is a
still
skin
keep-
grafter though. Then, ah.
It's possible, but we don't know that for certain. But it is
Oh
possible.
no, it's
Or
it's
something. I mean, we know that they're connected to the Everlight or whatever's outside of the
That's
like
right.
thing we're in.
also like the thing is that when Thorn was going to rescue Wrath, when she was going past those like weird what's the fucking word, sleep paralysis demon thingies.
Mhm.
Max, you said that these are kind of like the workers for the people that work for Siren. I was like, excuse me, what the fuck do you mean by that? So yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we know they've been.
Why would Caloric accept followers of the Everlight? I mean, I guess.
Well, no, it's probably Siren somehow has a control of a few. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Ooh, Max, can you tell us who the person was that Thorn saw before she left the dreamscape? Or
I could. Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not someone that you've met.
Uh-huh.
I fucking knew it.
That doesn't mean shit. Max, tell us.
Please.
It
Wait, is
is
it just someone whose name you?
no, Leonie. You know who it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
never
there's
mind.
still two options.
Well, it's not that option. It's the other option.
Go fuck
Max.
yourself, Max.
Okay, that's great.
That doesn't answer any
Sense.
questions.
Okay, so some backstory for people. So, so there was a what do I want to say? A plot point in the last campaign, which was Leonie had their character was a clone of a child. Okay, this child was special because they had a connection with the Calorak, who is the kind of overseer of the dreamscape. They are the nightmare. They are the eyes that you see whenever you go in dreams. They're always watching. They always bring this kind of fear whenever people dream and see them. It's kind of like a bad omen, but for the most part, they are like protecting. They're watching. They're there as like an overseer. And they freed the little girl who's being controlled and being kind of taken advantage of by an Illithid. Dealt with, done. Then the connection was back once again with the Calorak, the nightmare, and this little girl. This was 20 years ago. The little girl is now grown up. Her name is Lily.
So it was Lily.
And
it was Lily. Okay. Sweet.
She's been going back and forth between the two worlds.
There, called
Good
it.
on her.
I literally I typed to Cassie, oh my god, it's Lily, and she was like, because Cassie was panicking and was like, oh my god, it was Sarah, and I was like, no, that was Lily.
No,
Like,
did I
chill.
say that was
That was
Siren?
Lily.
No, I didn't say that was Siren.
Yeah, you did.
Did I? Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. I was scared.
Yeah, you were panicking, and I was like,
Poor
no,
girl.
chill. That was
Poor
just
little
Lily.
girl.
Don't call me a little
Yeah.
girl, you son of a bitch.
Yes.
Not you son of a bitch.
Oh dear.
We're friends. We're friends.
But yeah.
Here. So I immediately, as I was happening, I
God.
immediately typed to her, maybe that was Lily, and then Cassie did not remember who Lily was.
Excellent.
And then
I'm not surprised.
after a bit, she was like, honestly though, with what Max said about the nightmare creatures, I was scared that it was Sarah, and I was like, nah, that was Lily.
Well, cause all I heard was that nightmares, things, and Siren, and I was like, oh, that's something bad. Okay, that's not great.
So to give you guys a bit of like context, a bit of backstory. So the way that the dreamscape works, it's a middle point for everything. So not just yourselves are dreaming and you can find your way in there, but also what lies beyond. That's why you have creatures who resemble Everlight followers there and present. But there is a almost still an uncanny valley to them because they're trying to kind of ease their way in. They're not coming out fully. They're kind of a bit warped, a bit odd, a bit strange looking, because you know what someone looks like from that world. You have Zuna, who looks just like you guys for the most part. Like, she's humanoid, she looks human, but she's got flakes of gold through her skin instead of just having like regular kind of features. So this sort of like dream reality is kind of warping everything, but maybe there's a reason for it. So not everyone that's in that other world is going to be a Everlight sympathizer or member of the Everlights. There's going to be normal people there too. But for people like the Calorak, sometimes they can't differentiate between the two. So sometimes they're kind of like, no, you're evil, so do not come in here and mess with the dreams of my people. So, yeah, a little bit of an in-between.
And a question of mine that I had was, how could Wrath be there? Since he's like this, he didn't technically die. He was sent somewhere.
Mhm.
So it makes me think, like, is this a sort of ruined situation where a part of him is with Thorn, but his body is somewhere else? You know?
I mean,
And like, how could he go to the dreamscape? How could he be stuck there? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it probably is because he was sent there by the weapon, but I don't know.
Mhm.
So curious. I'm curious to find out what the
Well,
fuck.
as you've seen with everything that's come from the Dream Factory, it all seems to bring whoever dies, whoever's shot, whoever's impacted back to that space. So it's not too far fetched to think that something happened there with Wrath. Sure, Wrath is all powerful and such, but he's not immune to everything.
Yeah.
He can still die. He can still kind of like go to different places. And
What do you mean he can die? What do you mean he can die? That's not.
he's a Kuthane immortal, but
Yeah.
there is still
in
the word immortal.
yeah.
I mean,
But also there's
wait.
resurrection, there's coming back, there's other ways of like dying and then kind of becoming anew.
Why send people to the dream realm?
Get him fucked up. I don't know.
Why?
Why indeed?
They don't have.
It could be
full
that the weapon is
control
still
over it.
experimental.
Yeah.
They have guilt, and
maybe
we
they haven't
know
quite figured it out.
that he already made weapons with his help that can disintegrate, like actually fucking disintegrate people. Why?
Yeah.
Like, and we know that Frederick's taking dream drugs or what the fuck.
He's doing something.
That's still the part that I have no clue what that's about, because we know a lot about the Soothsaying Nimbus. But how it connects to dreams and the dream realm, I'm still not too sure about, because I think that's a specifically Siren and Frederick thing, not a Soothsaying Nimbus thing. I think they're mostly.
I'll tell you straight away, they're not connected.
Yeah.
They're not connected.
I had a feeling that it's just
I think it's fairly apparent that Frederick is operating by his own means. He's just doing his own thing. He's not connected with the Soothsaying Nimbus only by name. It's not like he's constantly seen with other members, or it's not like he's blanking everyone's memory while he's walking around town. He's still like a part of society. He's still making himself known. He's very flamboyant, doing all these things.
Yeah, do you know
he's
what?
a little bitch.
Yeah, he's a little
When
fucking
for a
bitch.
second I shat myself last session.
Why is that?
When the guy said, when we found the little boy or something along those lines, I was like, Mark, my little boy,
not the boy. But and then
because if they like genuinely hurt Mark, sorry, Korthak, you would be hiding a murder weapon. So, and then that's why I got confused, because I thought they were
implying
talking
that it
about
was
a different thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, I lost track of the conversation.
I saw that happen. I was like, yeah, no, it's not Mark.
Okay, because I think it was like my English processing abilities in that moment were like, wait, pause, back up. The fuck what is being said?
Yeah, but also the immediate second after that, they hinted at the fragments of Frederick regaining their memories of you know, the stuff with your parents, which means that the fragments that you killed were 100% innocent.
Well, the thing is, I don't
care.
So. No, I mean, for writer, sure. But I don't think... it was still one person, and that one person decided to do not great things. And
I mean,
he was
everything that we know points toward it just having been a fragment of Frederick. Everything we know points towards him splitting. Yeah, the fragment, but not the entirety of him.
What makes up a bad person? Is it one thing in them, or are they always that way? If you cut up a pie, what do you have left? Do you have a segment of pie, or do you have a pie? What do you have?
I think that's not a great analogy, Matt.
If you have a wheel of cheese and you drop it on the floor, is it still edible?
I mean, I'm not trying to say that what Ven did was right. With Ricker, to be fair, he didn't
Hmm.
know that was a fragment. He did think it was Frederick. Partially
Yeah,
because the shadow people were like, yes, kill him. So, you know,
Well, they were
uh,
only ever pushing what you were thinking anyway. So
I don't
deep
think
down
he was thinking
inside,
murder, you
I
know.
think deep down inside, Ven wanted to. Ven was like, it's time.
Damn.
Yeah, I think he had his anyway. But I don't think, at least in Ven's mind, the way he sees it, what's stopping them if they get their memories back from not becoming exactly like Frederick? If they know they have this power, like the ability to access all of this power,
Yeah, it's
what would
the
stop them?
it's the proverb of the ship of Theseus. Like, if you take away all the parts and you rebuild it with new parts, but still make it the same ship, is it still the ship of Theseus?
Yeah.
Just because it looks like the ship of Theseus doesn't mean it is the same ship, because it doesn't have the history behind it. It just looks exactly the same. That's where the morality comes into play.
Yeah.
Is that a better analogy rather than the wheel of cheese?
Yeah, that's a very
Yeah,
good
it is
analogy.
actually.
That one was comprehensible.
Oh, thank you.
No,
Oh,
it's just
goodness.
the thing is that we were all like, well, of course, it makes sense that Ben wants to murder them because if the split happened after what happened with Ben and Frederick, then every part of Frederick was involved. But if it was just a fragment of the person that did the horrible thing, and as far as we know, the original Frederick just was a part of the Susang Nimbus. Which, as far as we know, might mean immediately a horrible person, might not mean immediately a horrible person. Who knows?
Death.
And then rescued Ven as a baby, ran away with Ven and put him to a safe family, put him in a safe place, and then left, and then had his personality split, and now it's fragments. And that's a different situation rather than the entire being Frederick hurt Ven. And so every part of him is guilty. It's,
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a
I
whole
was
thing.
debating
Very complicated.
whether Ven would tell Fennel about Ride the Ring. He probably will at some point. It's more just like, I mean, at this point, I feel like Fennel would have been like, yeah, all right.
Since
I don't think he'd really react too much to it, honestly.
I mean, after he witnessed Ven fucking brutally murder, like, what, 10 people, I don't think he'd, like, another 2 to the pile. You know, what's more?
Didn't like that guy anyway.
Well, no, 5. You also have to mention those 3 people you mentioned you murdered in Alexia.
Oh, potato.
Oh, yeah.
not
Well.
potato, you killed people. Oh boy.
But yeah.
We have fun.
Do we want to do the things we planned out to do, or
Yes. Let's do them.
do we
So,
wanna
which
have a
one?
small break before that? Or
We can. How do I do that?
do you not have a break?
What do you mean?
I don't think so.
Scene. Oh shit.
It'll be the old one.
I mean, the old one wasn't horrible.
We could just mute ourselves.
No.
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 Or I can just put a massive be right back.
Break.
Okay, whoever needs a break, they can head off if they need to. I'll stay on with
Yeah.
Leonie.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then-
We entertain the masses. You two can
Entertain the mess.
feel free. I think we have 2 years at the moment.
I'll
That is
be
more than 0.
right back.
Go for it.
Okay.
Are you staying, Cassie?
I'm staying. Yeah, but I have a lot of finance shit to do for this fucking. As we were talking before, I was trying to get my fucking shit together for the job, and it's a lot of like bank stuff. I literally have my social security card in front of me, so I'm trying not to show it on camera on accident. So I have to deal with that when as immediately when I get off this this fucking chit chat.
Good to
So
know.
yeah, good to know. Just thought I'd tell you guys. Why not?
Well, sharing is caring, so
mhm.
thank you.
Yeah.
Don't forget to do your tax return as well. That's very
I'm
important.
literally filing that right now.
Good, good.
Well, I
Don't
have to
worry about
start
that.
doing that this year. I am dreading it. It's gonna be my first time doing that, and I'm scared.
I would suggest like, oh, here's somebody to help you file your taxes, but no, it's all American. I was literally about to say, hey, use Free Tax USA, and I was like, oh
No,
wait,
no.
hold on,
I don't think that will be very helpful.
it won't. It will not.
No, but my mom, she works in this area, so she's going to be helping me. But I still have to do it myself. She's just going to be helping.
Oh yeah.
I'm dreading it, but I will.
It's gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna do great.
It'll be fine. Don't worry.
Right, because that's the advantage of the job I currently have in Germany. When you're doing a apprenticeship, you don't do taxes. You don't pay any, so you don't have to do your tax thing.
Thing.
Yay! Yeah, bad.
Good for you, Leon.
Anyway, Dungeons and Dragons. You also don't pay
Dungeons and
taxes in Dungeons and Dragons, which is a
Not
godsend. That would be
yet.
complicated.
I was about to say not yet. You beat me to it.
What?
Well,
Max,
'cause-
don't. Max, don't.
No,
When you
it's-
start owning property, what can I say?
But
No,
the
it
other party
honestly-
owned property and they never paid taxes.
Jack's
Well,
character
maybe the
owns
Grandmaster.
property.
Wait, did the Grandmaster take care of all of that for
No,
them?
listen. It's all Jack's character's fault because he's like, oh, so what's the tax economy? It's like, who the fuck is talking about tax economy in D&D, bro?
Well, we don't own his detective building either. That's
No,
owned
but
by
he
the,
does.
by the-
But he does.
No, he
So it's
doesn't.
gonna be
He doesn't
our
own it.
problem.
No, he doesn't own it.
Well, there's
though,
more
right?
surprises for when you do get to Elixir, so that'll be
Gulp.
interesting reveal for
Why
you
would
guys.
say that? Why would you say that?
Max, I have a
Yeah,
question.
there's just gonna be
Oh,
the tax
Well,
people.
okay. Why do you always say that when I have a question?
scared of questions.
You, when we first encountered like Frederick in person,
Yes.
after like Fennel was spying on them,
Yep.
and after the
Big reveal.
second encounter, you said something along the lines of, "Oh, this would have went so differently if you had figured something out." Like the interaction between the characters would have been very different if you knew something.
Which time was this? You have to be a
I
bit more
think it
specific.
was the first interaction
Uh-huh.
between Van and Frederick.
Okay.
Has that reveal happened yet, or is it still something Van doesn't know about?
I think this was in context to you talking about the clones. I think you said something about we know where your clones are or something, and he was like, "What? What are you talking about? What clones?" And
I think it was, but you said that I or Van didn't know something about the situation or like figured out something.
this was
from
quite a while ago.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's a lot of connections that you still don't know, but you figured some out. So I don't know which one that is specifically. You now know about the fragments, the fractured mind sort of stuff. So that's one of them. Another thing that you know is that he had a connection with the family, which you didn't know before. That could have been it. Could have been it. A deeper rooted connection between everyone. Yeah, there's still things that I'm sitting on that I think are quite obvious, but I think will still be interesting to play out.
I mean, there's like a lot of things that sometimes the really obvious one go past my head.
Fair. The thing is, there's so many theories, right? There's so many things you can think about and go, but it could just be very simple in the end. So.
Because now it's been revealed that, you know, there is a connection between the Everlight and the Soothsaying Nimbus.
Yes.
When I brought it up in the crazy theory thing.
Yeah.
Were
yeah.
you surprised that I made the connection? Or
Well, that I think that was one. I think I touched on that, and I said, "Interesting that you've like put this line here or something," because because you had made it direct as allies. I think it was.
like
You were saying working with or know each other or
that
connected
they're
somehow.
similar, that they might work together, or
Yeah.
something. They share similar powers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, in reality, they are almost the antithesis of each other. Like one tries to avoid the other completely, whilst the other doesn't even know they exist.
But
So,
there is a connection. There is a connection.
Yeah, there is a connection. Exactly. So you spotted that perfectly. So well done.
Yippee!
There's a lot of things that you guys have like.
There's a dog.
There's a dog. Is that Penny?
That's Penny, yeah. Say hi, baby. She really wants attention, so I might have to go take a break while you guys still talk.
Go for it. So yeah, there's a lot of connections you guys have made that I've not outright said bingo because that'll be spoilers because this is all in like outside of game conversations. But
Yeah,
you
but,
guys
like,
have like nailed it on the head a lot. So
humor
well
us.
done.
What's like the
Humorous.
craziest? Well, I don't know if you can call it a guess or like. I guess the craziest things we figured out before there was any hints or like
Who
when there
had
was
the
very
most
little hints.
Who had the most out there theory that was right? You don't have to tell us which theory it was.
I'm just trying to think what would be out there. What's been like so far fetched that it can't be true, but you've said it.
No, I think Cassie was asking for the most out there theory that's correct.
Yeah.
I can't think of. I'm trying to think of what would. Because like the finale stuff, everyone knew. Everyone was like, "Yeah, he's not actually a politician. He's like running from something or
There's
whatever."
something, yeah.
People saying he's a prince and shit.
My most out there theory probably is that Finale has something to do with the God of Time thing, but that's not even. I'm not even too sure about that. So.
Well, it's starting to look more like he's got some connection with Golokov, so the Kothai of that Ishwahi is.
Last time, I said something that it reminded me of a movie. It reminded me of John Carter. I think that was the name of the movie.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that, Matt?
That's what he said. That's what he said.
So it reminded me of it. So I was like, maybe he knew like where he went, but he's just lying about it. You know, like for that 20-year time span. Maybe he was somewhere else and then he came back and then nothing changed. But that's
But if he
theory.
went somewhere, then he would have still aged, right? But he didn't.
That is true, but it depends like how long he was there. He could have been there for like a day and then 20 years had passed in this time. You know what I mean? Literally just like John Carter. Like it could be just a time difference. Maybe he was frozen or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's just it reminds me of John Carter, and I'm not gonna say like, oh, you guys are ripping it off. No, it's just a thought that I had because it reminded me so much of a movie.
In terms of what Fennell is currently going through, some hints have been like said by different people. Like Enelef, she said some things that may be true. You had Alistair say some things that could be true in terms of like just reading his body and like trying to understand where he could have been. Because 20 years did pass and he never experienced that. But how does that time work, right? How does it work? Is someone gone and then appear in an instant? What's the in-between? What happens there? That's the question.
Also, we know that teleportation through time is possible because it happened last campaign.
Yeah.
Not with us, but with NPCs. So we know that's a thing.
Yeah.
Even though we have no idea how the fuck she did that. I still don't. What kind of trickery?
Dude,
I mean, it's probably because the prison itself was outside of time.
Yeah.
That's
so
probably what enabled her to do that.
Well, it was all Chronoris related, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fucked with time.
Oh, by the way, Max, I did want to ask. This is completely unrelated to the current campaigns, but I did want to ask. Decca, did she have tattoos of all the gods, all the known gods, or just the main pantheon? Like, would she have had? You just said that she used the Kunaros ability, so I'm assuming she had Kunaros. But did she have like Nebula, for example? I know she didn't exist back then.
Every deity that exists, she's learned. That was her whole thing.
Okay, so not just the main pantheon, not just the gods from the other place, but all the gods.
Yeah, that's why she kind of reached out to raising Ishvahi out of the ground, because she knew about the Kurthena mortals. So that's why she got
her entire thing of she wanted to get rid of all the gods, but there are gods that are created by our world, that are a natural byproduct of our world. Why would you want to get rid of those?
Well,
it's way too late for those questions. But
my camera's frozen.
Discriminate.
Yeah.
I don't know why my camera's frozen, but anyway, just imagine my mouth is moving. So
I'm imagining it visually.
Her whole thing was she isn't going to focus her energies in going against the gods. She's going to learn from them, learn every aspect that they can possibly teach her, and then she's going to use that tool to circumnavigate them, to not even need to deal with them, because they couldn't do anything to her. Like, they tried, and because she had runes, she had all sorts of knowledge to go against them, that just allowed her to go, you know what? No, fuck you. You are nothing to me. You are a god. You say you're a god. You have all these powers, but against me, you are nothing. You are just like the rest of us. So yeah,
I miss that little shit. I miss her.
Well, she's not dead.
She was cool. So. I know, but I'm pretty sure she'd kill me on sight at the moment. So
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Very possible.
Well, not me, but but yeah. Well, possibly me. Possibly she can see past the character and into the soul or something.
Oh, you're back.
Hello.
Bye.
Hello.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm interested to see how you guys will interact with the world building in Friday campaign.
We've already had a bit of a slither, a bit more in the second episode. Like, interact with more NPCs rather than just the innkeeper, having a bit more kind of perspective, I guess. A lot of them I dislike. That's just, I think, Gerard's mindset.
Yeah, fair.
Because they're all like, they're not helpful, and he's just like, you kill animals for no reason, fuck you. So yeah, it's interesting to see how this world is, because it's based in fables, and it's got a very heavy Slavic feel to it already, and we've only touched the surface with plants dying or necrosis kicking in or whatever it may be. I still think that the innkeeper's involved somehow, because she knocked on the fucking wooden fucking pillar, and she was like, she knew something. She's like, knock knock, hope you're okay there, buddy.
She knocked on the entire
wooden
tree that is in the tavern itself.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh, we lost Leonie.
No, 2 down, 2 left.
Shit, we're going out like lights, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh.
I was joking.
Okay. I was like, no. I'm alone. It's just gonna look like I'm talking to the voices.
Again.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys have been doing pretty good so far. I'm excited. This is like, the first quest, so it's a bit of like an introductory thing to the world, to the vibe of it all.
how are you thinking of structuring the kind of level ups? Is it going to be after each arc, each sort of like mini quest, or what's the plan that you had in mind?
I think so, because by the time you reach the, like, let's say, finale of the plans for the mini campaign, at least,
Yeah.
I'm thinking you'll be around level 8, 10, something like that.
Okay.
Not more than that. Most likely 8 rather than 10.
Sure.
But yeah. I do plan my, I guess, campaigns and arcs, let's say.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't say the plot is linear because there's always options for you guys to do things. But I feel like most of the time there will be like this is the main thing to do at the moment for you guys. Not railroad is just like, hey, next steps towards said goal thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like mini stories, mini quests within those arcs, let's say.
It's a shame Leonie and I won't be able to make it Friday because it's getting to that point now where we're gonna unveil some shit, and
Oh,
we gotta
yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
We gotta wait another week until that might happen.
Well,
yeah.
That's not even happening the week
Next
after.
session, they call
2
it now.
weeks.
Next
2
session, we're
weeks.
beating up a priest.
Yeah.
Next session, we're going to beat up a priest.
We're gonna kill a priest.
What are
Fuck
your
that
guys'
motherfucker.
theories on what's going on
Huh?
with the priests?
This is for Friday campaign.
I
Cassie.
got that.
He's not, in fact, a priest. He's a guy pretending to be a priest.
Oh, we've seen that before.
And he's, I don't know, doing shit. He's influencing people and poisoning people and drawing their life energy for something and probably reinvesting it somewhere else.
I don't know. I think there's going to be some sort of twist that he's not actually like anything bad. Like this cult, it was described as being a new cult. It's not like it's with bad intentions. It might be fucking. We might actually like this shit because look at our group. We're like filled with like people who don't like society. So we're probably going to fucking go alongside these guys. Well, maybe not your character, Leonie.
I mean, they have gone after an old lady so far and a child.
Well, we don't know if they're the
we don't
same
know.
thing. They might be different things.
I mean, it's both weird ruins on clothing. So
Well, it's the well, that just might be how magic works in this world. We don't fucking know. Maybe that's how magic is like.
yes, we do.
enchanted.
Both of us have magic.
Robbie, explain. Is this normal?
Okay. World building stuff, history lesson stuff, kind of. In this particular region, let's say, of the world, magic and like natural elements are very connected. Component, like basic witchcraft stuff, how herbs may have different properties, etc., etc. Like, there is a lot of the, like, what gets, I guess, overlooked sometimes in D&D because it's so like people go on the heavy magic relying stuff. Here, magic is not so common to like everyone. So like salt circles to protect yourself from evil spirits and the such.
The hocus pocus side of things.
Lucky, like superstitions type
Yeah.
of thing. Like using natural elements to protect yourself from things that are unnatural to this world. Especially because Fae, they are kind of otherworldly, but they are intrinsically connected to nature, regardless on which plane of existence. So, there's lots of lore that's yet to be revealed. Like, why is it this country specifically that's been so, like, essentially co-living with Fae that are not particularly known for being fans of sharing their space, especially elves, etc., etc. So there's some things there, but yeah, magic is connected to physical things. Like, I don't know if you remember, we watched Dungeon Meshi. I don't know if we reached that point, but it's
We have
described
one episode left.
elves use the reason why they have long hair is because they use their hair for like magic components and things.
Is that the tree episodes?
I think it's mentioned in multiple episodes. Like,
Yeah, it was mentioned a few times.
because Senshi hadn't really taken great care of his beard and hasn't washed it. Magic essentially like almost bounced off of him or like couldn't really work on him
Okay,
as
because he's
well.
dirty little boy. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
exactly.
I forgot the
dirty old-
exact world building, but I like when stuff like that is incorporated. Like, why the fuck would elves have long hair? What, like, you know, how? What does it mean for their culture?
Because it's hot. Duh.
Vibes. For the vibes.
Sure, but for example,
Also
it
for the
could
nice
be-
silhouette where they swish their hair and just
Yeah.
No,
You're
but
telling
like
me-
maybe it's a thing of honor. Maybe it like represents their status. The longer your hair, the like more noble you are.
Yeah.
Or connects. Maybe hair is like connected to your heritage because they have their whole Fae ancestry thing connected to their ancestors. Blah blah. Maybe cutting off that hair is like cutting off your connection to them. It's like frowned upon to cut off your hair if you're not. I mean, not in my world, but
I mean, like maybe there's like
Example.
a legend with a elvish warrior with long hair, and now every elvish warrior that wants to be a warrior wears their hair long or something like that. I don't know.
yeah.
So they go to the barbers and they just have a picture of like just some guy with a sword. And like, I want his cut.
It's like you already have it. Your hair's long.
Oh, great.
There was
Here's
this
$10.
$10.
extensions.
Easy
Uh,
$10.
yeah.
Nice.
There was this one artist, I don't know their name, but I've seen their work a couple of times that did like world building for tieflings and stuff. For example, they don't have normal wedding rings. Instead, they would get like ornaments for their horns and stuff for when they're
Mhm.
getting married to one another, which
Yeah.
is really cute. Like, I like that because, yeah, they would. They would do that. Their culture would be different than people who don't have horns and tails and infernal heritage. Yeah, just little things like that that I think
Okay.
makes the world interesting.
Okay. Robbie, do you have a shadow? Do you have a shadow? Is there a
I
shadow
do.
there?
Literally on my face right now because all of the lights that I have in my room are behind me.
Okay. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, Cassie, so we discovered that the people passing out in the Friday campaign, they pass out and they no longer have a shadow. Very peculiar. So we've now been wandering around looking at everybody going, do they have a shadow?
But it's
Good to
not just
know.
people, it's also items don't have shadows.
Yeah.
That's
If
not
they have the
weird.
rune on it, then they don't have a
What
shadow.
if I write the rune
And
on
when
the
you
floor?
remove the rune,
Will the planet Earth or whatever planet we're on, will it have a shadow?
do planets
Does
don't have
Earth have a
shadows
shadow?
though, right?
Well,
'Cause
surely they
they're-
do when they have
for,
like.
for a shadow to, but they would have to be on something, and there's.
But you would
just a
never have.
vacuum of
You'd never have an
space.
eclipse, right?
How
You'd
would-
never have like.
Well, that would have to be on the moon.
No, but eclipses happen because of the moon.
Yeah, but the shadow is bouncing onto the moon.
My head
So
hurts. Can we
they
talk
don't
about
have
something else?
Cast they
If you-
can't cast shadow essentially. They can't have shadow on themselves. Like if
They
you were
cast shadows.
no.
Oh, they
Okay,
don't
you know
cast
what?
shadows.
Okay. Okay. The way it works.
So in this instance,
The
does planet
person-
Earth make the moon have a shadow? If the sun is
Oh.
between,
The Earth doesn't give the moon a shadow. It will never will because the moon is
but what if
What is
your
happening?
world is different?
I don't
What
know.
are we
My head
discussing?
hurts.
Stop.
Can we just make characters now?
Because technically, isn't like when the light
please, just
shines, right?
interrupt
When the sun shines at the planet,
Uh-huh.
the backside, that's
Mhm.
technically a shadow. So would it be
But a shadow
daylight
would have to
24/7?
be on but a shadow falls onto something.
They
A
don't
shadow,
have
you only
cast
see
shadow,
shadows because there's something
essentially.
else there. In space, that's just vacuum. You can't see a shadow in space. The Earth doesn't have a shadow. It doesn't. It's not.
Okay,
I guess it has
hold
one
on. Let
on
me
Earth, on the rest of Earth,
explain.
you
Let
can
me
see shadows, I
explain.
guess.
We're doing an example as to what
Yeah.
I mean by what they.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
right. My hand, right?
Oh
We
my
have
God.
light. Okay,
Mhm.
Right,
this
okay.
technically
Does the
the
pen have a
backside of
shadow?
my hand. Max, shut the fuck up for a second. I'm explaining. The back side of my palm is technically not a shadow. It's absence of light. The shadow is what's casted upon the wall right now in my room that you can't see. They don't have a cast shadow. They can be like submerged in it if you stand over the person and your shadow falls on them. But they can't cast a shadow essentially. Nothing appears.
Right.
So if I were to write this rune on the planet, would the trees cast shadows since it's all interwoven into one?
Well, maybe the rune isn't powerful enough to do the thing, you know.
What if I do it big enough? What if I make it big rune?
We just
can't.
ignore the plot from now on. We just go on this giant quest.
Well, how would you know? You know, how would you know if the planet isn't casting a shadow? You would need to find where.
Well, no, it'll be to try and get. It'll be on the trees. That's what it is.
What?
Okay.
Because it's all.
Because he wants. Because it's all one thing. It's all connected.
It's all one big thing.
Nature and shit.
Maybe it's not the size of the rune that matters.
Oh my
It's
God.
how you use it.
Can we move on? Can we talk about anything else?
How big is your rune, Cassie?
Big. Bigger than yours.
Probably because I haven't got any.
Yo.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to use the little guess the NPC thing?
Do we want to do that?
Yes.
Which one do we want to do?
Yeah.
There was 3 options that I presented.
Do we want to do a spin the wheel?
No, I said I want to do the last 2. Either one is.
Well,
fine.
it's not about you, Cat. No, I'm kidding.
Cassie's face instantly.
I'm so done.
You what? I've got to do my
Wait, so
tax
there's 2
return.
options: create NPC or create player character. Was it?
Yeah, create a player character or create an NPC.
All right, we're doing spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
You honestly just have to flip a coin.
No.
1, 2, 2, 1.
Oh.
We need Frey.
Wait, create NPC.
Create an NPC.
Yep.
Okay. So how this is going to work is, do you want to work together to make an NPC, or do you want to work separately?
So
I already had an idea.
I feel like it would be a bit chaotic if we do it separately.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we can do multiple. We can do multiple.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought
How about
one NPC for the 3 of us?
Yeah, so one NPC between you, like each one, but you get to kind of throw some things in as well. But one person is spearheading it. You can throw suggestions out there. You can say things. I have to take notes. Oh, fuck.
I was thinking of using some of the art I did. Where the fuck is it? Where is it, girl? Where is it?
Girl.
Where the frick? Hello?
All right. Let me get my notes ready.
Yep. Let's figure this shit out.
So, for context for everyone watching, the group now is going to make NPCs. These NPCs will be seen in the world of Corthic, in the homebrew campaign that we have during Tuesdays and Sundays. Which one will appear where, when? This may happen. Actually, never, but it might happen at some point. Who knows? Who knows? It's the beauty of D&D, the unpredictability of it all. And you get to feel my pain. Whenever I write an NPC with an amazing backstory, and you guys never go to fucking talk to them, now you know how I feel. So this is a bit of a kind of two-way sword. So let's get to it then. Who wants to go first? I assume Robbie had an idea already.
Well, yeah, kind of. Do you remember the like
The very first night of September? Yes, I do.
I don't.
right? My aunt's birthday. Cool. No, but I had these like little random elven characters I did, like nobles.
Ooh,
They're all
yes.
based on like Art
yeah.
Nouveau, or like different like little eras in Art Nouveau type of thing.
Mhm.
One of them maybe, or like a couple. Cause let me send it in Sunday art. I don't know. I don't know. Pick which one.
Okay.
Mm. Mm.
And I had the idea that maybe they were Cassandra's like business partners or colleagues or something like that. Why did you make that face, Max?
No, I'm accidentally moving something by accident.
Oh,
What are
Oh, yeah.
the names of like the art things, or did I don't know?
oh god, I had to
I
look it up, but I think it was different artists. So, the one on, and they were all based on different flowers, I believe.
yeah.
Ooh.
The the one on the my lefts and rights, fuck my life.
I know, that's why I was
The one on
asking.
the right, the couple on the right, I believe. Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher his name. Hold on, let me not. What the fuck is your name? Alphonse Mocha. If like that is the like, if you look up Art Nouveau, that is probably like his work that you are imagining. Like the very like flowy hair, the very complicated floral patterns, that type of stuff. The
Okay,
other
yeah.
one, I forgot the artist's name, but they made these like very intricate stained glass lamps, essentially.
Yes.
Mhm.
I have that freaking giant ass mood board somewhere. Where it is, I don't know. But I was thinking of maybe doing the one of these two couples because they are fun.
They are very cute. I'd say I like the ones that are not looking like the stained glass window things, because I all the things you said went through one ear and out the other. So um
Great.
the other couple, that's not the stained glass is pretty, but I really interested in the other couple because they look sort of like hoity-toity, high and mighty kind of people, and I think that'd be very funny.
Um, the when I was drawing them, I was like, yeah, kind of like the basic nobility, but also very like Glinda from Wicked
Yeah.
vibes.
Mm.
Like they
I
don't
can see it.
realize how like snobby they sound. They have the
Yeah.
best intentions, but they are. Oh, that scared me. I thought my Discord closed for a second. Let me see if I can find the giant ass mood board for them.
Okay. So which ones are you choosing? The ones on the right?
Well, what do you think, Leonie? We didn't get everyone's opinions.
Mm.
No, I love all of the designs, so it's very hard to pick. But I do like the more muted colors on the right pairing. So yeah.
And you, Max?
Yeah.
I'm leaving this up to you. I don't want to have any say in this.
Okay.
I'm here to be the voice of law. So you guys
Well,
make the decision.
do you think the one on the left would be something feasible that could be seen in the City Elysius from? Is there denim?
Isra, yeah, I could see it for sure. There's always lots of pompous people, especially in Gavert. and Bardem. They're kind of now pushing into their own stride. Before they were oppressed, before they were like, oh, I can't like do anything because I'm a slave. But now they can do whatever they want. So dress what they like, paint as they like. So, normal things.
Yeah.
Live life. So of course, I can see it.
Okay, most important question, since they are living by them. Did they used to be slave owners, or did they not used to be slave owners?
There we are. This is the big question.
That's the most important one.
Yeah.
Since they're old enough to have existed like 30-ish years ago. So, and they were probably already rich at that point.
I mean, yeah, but also they are quite young, so they would have been children 20 or 30 years ago.
Okay.
Were they children of slave owners?
I mean, they're elves. Oh wait, Max
stuff about Cassandra, I don't think she would be around people who are part of those families, or at least are proud of their heritage to be like the slave owners. So no.
So
Alright.
Cassandra and
Yeah.
what's the other guy's name?
Oh no! Cassandra's Alicia's mom, man.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were calling her Cassandra as well.
No.
What are their names? It's the most important part.
Huh.
And what
I
are
think
they?
I did give
Part,
them
Yoni.
names. They're
That's
all
literally the part I
elves.
always decide last, so don't ask me.
It's so frustrating.
God, I did have names for them. I think they were like named after the flowers. Fuck. I forgot which flower this fucking is. Google.
We
Google
can't
help.
name it amaryllis or camellia or tulip or.
No, because it's a specific flower, Cassie. God
I
damn it.
know. I'm just.
It's Basil.
Yeah, those are off limits. They're already given to someone
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Tulip
Time.
basil. God.
It's
If
turmeric.
anyone knows
Fine.
this freaking flower, feel free to let me know.
Let me see. Have a look.
Every time you send a picture, my Wi-Fi dies. By the way.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I don't
What
know.
flower?
It's in the general.
Yeah.
In general. I was looking at the other one. I was like, so many flowers.
Oh, it's a
Oh.
magnolia.
It's a what?
Magnolia.
All right.
Yeah,
So is that
that's
her
good.
name is Magnolia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what
Nice.
what race are they?
I think they're both high elves.
Okay.
They look the part.
What's his name?
They do.
I believe he is based on Lilies. Let me make sure.
Okay.
Yes, so maybe Calla with a K, so it's a little different.
Oh,
about- What
send
about
this to me.
Callum? What about
Well, what do
Callum?
you mean? Send this to me. It's just
I got fucking Leonie and Cassie's name wrong for fucking 5 years. What can
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah.
well, how Calla Lily is spelled.
No.
CALLALI.
C instead of
Yeah.
a K.
All right. So high elves, both of them.
Yes.
Are they brother and sister, or are they
I imagine
husband
they're
and
a
wife?
couple, yeah.
Okay. Married. Excellent. What accent do they have?
Oh, frick
I love how
me.
you write that down in your notes too. That's awesome.
I have to.
I know,
Listen.
but it's.
I am in favor of them being French for
Like-
0 reasons.
Yeah, they're like
Yes.
French or like
French.
very like posh British, like very fancy.
Well, one of them could be French, and
Sounding.
one of them could be British if you want. So
Yeah.
which one's
Yes.
which though? Magnolia is probably more
Uh,
French.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Magnolia's
was just about to say
French.
Magnolia's French, 100%.
Posh boy British. French. Snobby French or upper
It'd be so
class
funny.
French?
More like kind of like How would I
Not
describe
Frey's
it?
accent from the one shot. That's for
Oh,
sure.
Yeah,
hello, hello. I am Magnolia.
Every time he spoke.
I imagine she kind of has like a slightly upbeat way of
Upbeat
speaking,
French.
very like
Oh, don't tell me this is
extroverted.
transatlantic French. Fuck. It's the
like
1980s.
very,
Oh, fuck. How do I do that
very
with French?
charismatic, very open, kind of like down to always have fun party type of.
Open, bubbly, party girl French. Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Like, like that's the person you want to hype you up when you're feeling down.
Oh,
after a bad
hype,
breakup.
hype woman. What's this guy then?
Yeah.
I just wrote down British posh boy. Is that it?
No, I was just going off after. Let me take a look at him.
Fuck, this is gonna be painful.
I feel like he's more like very witty, but not like mean, but
Not a know-it-all. Just
yeah.
He's
Just
not
clever.
Jack.
charismatic, but more like a calm
Basic.
level of it.
He-
Like very cool-headed.
British, clever, quippy, calm, posh boy.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
I feel like they're both
Um,
some kind of entrepreneurs or some shit like that.
Oh,
Okay.
definitely.
What's their business?
Ooh, how about perfumes?
Yeah, definitely.
Flower scents? Is that their
Yeah.
theme?
I mean, it makes sense why they would do business with Cassandra.
Okay.
Then they've also definitely worked with Cal's parents, by the way, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Work with.
they don't work with Cassandra because of the fashion thing. It's a family roses thing. Yeah.
Well,
Jesus, okay.
Cal's parents are in cosmetics, so perfume
makes sense.
cosmetics aren't too
I
far
see.
How old are they? Bearing in mind in this setting, they
Yeah.
I
I would say like mid-20s.
mid
Not
20s.
well, late
Oh,
20s.
damn!
Late
That's
20s.
Wait,
Maybe
how old is Cassandra?
wait. No.
Because
I'd say, like,
Alicia is
like-
also like,
Alicia's 18.
yeah,
Also,
that's
To
almost
me,
20.
they seem like early 40s, late 30s.
They
I can
do
see the
not
30s.
seem like late 30s.
I can see the
Well,
30s.
in elf years, can elves get around 200, right, Max?
No,
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
top
live.
end.
Well, oh.
Top.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
live
then, yeah,
about
like
double humans.
double of humans. Okay, I thought they aged the same as.
On average, they live until like 150. But that's the same for like humans. Humans will live on average 70.
Then we can
75.
say like 40, sure.
Okay. So 40, which they age at the same rate, they just have like a longer middle period essentially.
Yeah,
So they'll be 40, but they probably look more 30.
Yeah. Early 30s.
Yeah.
Does plastic surgery exist in this world, Max?
It's magic, so yes.
Okay.
It's
Hell
just
yeah.
called
Um,
disguise self. Next question.
Also true.
Okay. Do they have any goals?
Goals.
What is their goal?
Money.
Money.
Probably
Stay rich.
like expand their business to
Return
different.
slavery.
No,
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ! Again, Cassandra
the
would not
overheads
be
are high.
interacting with them.
High overheads.
Make up a little life for themselves. Expand maybe their business to across seas, not just in Quartet. Since up until recently, I feel like they've been kind of isolated now from trading with other places.
It's starting to open up recently because now they've found their
Yeah.
footing since they've formed the
So yeah,
Republic, sort of.
so expanding onto different places, trying to get their name known.
Mhm. Okay.
I don't know if they would want kids. I feel like they're the type of people who have like
Happy with their
really
life.
exotic animal pets that
Yeah.
they take
Oh.
care of. Like their
Yeah, they have
houses
like a
have zoo.
zebra and a
Like,
peacock or something like that.
yeah, like very odd, unusual bird pets.
Yes.
The only reason
Okay.
why Alicia would like them to go visit their birds.
So now they're Joe Exotic. Excellent.
No, they are not Joe Exotic. They
No.
own
I'm never
tigers.
gonna financially recover from this.
God.
Okay, to
Okay.
get serious again, what were they doing during the rebellion, though? Like, were they neutral? Did they help? Were they
They were
not on the good side?
children.
No, if they're 40, they were not
No.
children.
They were. Well, how old? Wait, how long was the rebellion? 20 years ago or 30?
About 30 or so.
23, 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like building up in the background for so long, and then it sprung into action. So the rebellion's been going on for like 40 years plus, but then actually like succeeded 25-ish years ago.
Well, they would have been like
So they would have been teenagers, young
teens,
adults.
yeah, 15-year-olds.
I mean, still, they could have still been active, or
It's still holding on.
yeah,
they could have still had opinions.
true.
Huh.
I guess maybe they got caught up in it all, like they in the chaos, just try to stay afloat during all of it. Again, I don't know much about the rebellion as much as you guys do, probably. Other than that it happened and it should have happened.
Fucking brutal is what it was.
Yeah. Do you think they would have maybe come from like a rich family, or would they've?
The thing is, it could be either way, because in the wake of the rebellion, everyone had a chance to make something of themselves, and those who were of families, a lot of them were hung and killed. So whether they were either doing the bad deeds or not, because they were still there, they were still involved. So a lot of the time, it was rebellions can be nasty. They're necessary, but they can be nasty because people take advantage. The bloodlust, the out for blood. So a lot of the people actually just went on a killing spree, and because they had a vendetta against the nobles, and Isradana turned into pretty much a fucking city of blood, really.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I feel like maybe they wouldn't have been actively going against it before it all went down. But as soon as it happened, they're like, all right, we're gonna like hide somewhere and like, wait out the storm, because what the fuck? Maybe like their parents made sure they were not a part of it all. Hid away somewhere just in case, like not to get involved. I feel like they're like, we're not really into politics type of people nowadays.
Okay.
Neutral.
Sure. Gotcha.
Oh.
Okay. Any other questions that I may have? No, I think that pretty much sums up
Yeah.
everything. What would be the name of the shop? Is probably the next thing. Their business. What's the name of it?
Oh, good question.
What do they represent themselves as?
You need to give me time on that one to figure out a name for their business, because I don't want to.
Sense. It'll be something sense. Something.
Probably.
Or like something along the lines of floral delight or something. Because flowers. We're sticking with that, I think.
Yeah.
It could. Sorry, my camera isn't on, but it could be something like like Dior or Chanel. It could be something like I don't know.
Chanel number 6.
I would want to think about like what would be the thing that makes them stick out compared to like other.
Yeah, it'll be the product itself is what sells their whole thing. So what makes them stand out? What's the business? What's Why them? What are they selling that makes them important?
I feel like perhaps they're really good at cultivating flowers and like special, like their own hybrids of certain flowers that, oh, like maybe it's a family, not a secret, but like a family practice for over the years,
Okay.
that they managed to turn into a business.
Then is that natural, or is there druidic? Is it some enchantments that they place into it? Is it just a,
Good
a long
old
lost flower that they found and they keep it in the family?
I guess it's more like the quality of the flowers, like making sure they're all the same, like the hybrids of one flower and another that they combine into a completely unique thing. That they also make sure that, you know, only the best come through. You know, weed out any that maybe don't have nice of a that not blah 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 that much nice of a smell, or a completely different one. So they're like perfected the craft almost.
Okay.
So it's like very unique smells that maybe you couldn't get anywhere else. And they are always up to standard. Like you know that you'll always get the same scent if you really like it. Yeah.
And it's just them in this little business then, before they start expanding further beyond.
Yeah,
Or do they have
I'm assuming they have like workers and stuff, like
slaves?
no, paid workers who have wages and are free to quit whenever they want.
Why are you so excited to just be like, oh, slaves? Like, that's problematic.
No, because whenever I write a family
Yes.
for Isradana, I'm like, it's just there. It's just so easy to say that they weren't
Yeah.
slavers.
Like botanists, you know,
Yeah,
I don't
the
know, maybe they would
botanists.
probably have some kind of beekeeper to, like, you know, make sure the pollen is spread among the flowers, etc., etc.
Okay. All right. I think that's pretty much done for Calla and Magnolia.
Yeah.
Info written, downloaded, ready for the recycling bin. Right.
Yo, the recycling bin.
Another recycling bin. I hope Cassie and Leonie, the two of you, have been thinking.
A bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but I'm worried that I have an idea that it's probably already a thing, so I don't know.
Well, say it.
Go ahead.
I was gonna hold on, let me turn on my camera again real quick. Second. Okay, I'm here again. Hello. So I was thinking I could do one of Priya's grandkids, Roderick, but I was worried that you had already. Yeah. Also, for some reason, I can't hear.
You can't hear?
No, we're not
No, I
saying
can.
anything.
Okay. I thought sorry, I saw Max's mouth moving, so I thought that he was speaking. So I'm sorry, but
Side
I was
note.
thinking something like that.
Side note. Did you see? You probably didn't see it, but Frey laughed at my joke of us earlier. He did a
Okay.
laughing
Great.
emoji face.
Awesome.
That's great.
What I compared us to.
What does that have to do with anything right now that we're talking about in the moment?
Where? What?
The comment that I'm Hugh Hefner
thing.
and you're my bunnies.
It's so foul. I honestly, I get such like a disgusting feeling in my chest whenever you say that. It's just so gross.
Because it is gross. It is gross. That's me. Fucking hell.
Is Roderick taken or not? If he is, then I can think about something else.
Make a new character. Make a new character. That's what the experiment's gonna be.
Okay.
Make a new
Give me
character.
a second to keep thinking then.
All right, Leonie, we'll jump to you then.
Yes, I want a pirate, and I want them to be from the Sarkin Deep, because we've never been there, and there's lots of tiny islands. And yeah, we don't know shit about it, and that's exciting.
Mhm.
And also, I want them to have been on a boat and on about when the whole Ishvahi thing was happening. So there was just tsunamis.
I've got a few
we're all going
ideas
to
on that.
die, and half his crew died or something. And yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was suddenly captain, and he was like, "What the fuck? Why am I captain now? Because everyone else is dead. That doesn't mean shit." Yeah, that's the base idea.
Okay. So he was a captain on. Was he a captain on the boat when it happened, or was he?
No, he wasn't.
He was just a
like,
skipper.
I don't know, 4th or 5th in command. So
Okay.
maybe helmsman or something. So he did have some authority, but he was not too important. And then the tsunami hit, and so many people died on the crew. And yet now he is captain. Maybe they've replaced him in the 20 years since then, but he was captain for a brief time.
Okay. So he's going to be in his 30s now, 40s.
Then he would have been 10 when he was made captain.
Well, I
Now
say
he's gonna
30s
be
is like 38.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Depends how young you want him to be as a skipper.
A bit older, maybe 40, 45, maybe even older.
Okay. What race is he?
He is he's an Arakocra, because I like birds.
What sort of bird is he based off of?
What type of bird is he? Let's be basic. He's a parrot.
Oh,
he's a parrot.
Shit. Okay. And do I have to ask what his accent is?
No, you can. You don't have to do the pirate accent. You don't have to do a.
No, this is for you, Leonie. You tell me what accent he has to have.
No. No, he can just be speaking normal English. That's fine by me. He doesn't need to do the whole RE
You want him
thing.
just to be. You don't want the "Yar, I'm a pirate." You don't want anything like that. You just want
No. He can just be normal. He can just talk normal.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah.
It would be very funny if he had like a very like posh, like pompous, snobby voice, but he was a pirate.
He's just robbing people very politely.
Or like a very Texan accent, but he's a pirate.
And also he's a bird himself, but he does occasionally ride a horse, and it just looks very funny.
I thought you were going to say he has a parrot. Okay, he rides a horse.
That would be funny. Yes.
No, he does. He has a normal parrot. He's a parrot.
He rides a horse and he has a parrot. Okay.
I think he and the parrot are just like distant cousins.
Jesus Christ.
That's fucked. That's fucked.
Cassie, Jesus Christ, man.
Yes, this is my cousin. He never evolved.
Distant cousin.
That's a common bit he does. He does that every time he meets new people, and he pretends that for a full 10 minutes before he goes, "No, okay, we're not actually like related."
No, he's like, "This is my 37th cousin removed." It's like, what? How do you even know that?
New person.
How do you even know that? Oh God. Do we have a name for this, or are we gonna wait until the last minute, Leonie?
What are the names here?
I mean,
What's the name of the parrot?
Oh dear.
I don't know.
Sharky. Sharky.
Yeah,
that's so
I love
cute.
that
I love
name.
that. Because I was gonna name it. I was gonna say like, oh, name it after a different animal, because that would be funny. But you did exactly that.
Hello, my name is Sharky. This is my long removed cousin.
Wait, that's the name of the parrot, isn't it?
What's the name of the parrot?
Well,
Sharky.
The Aarakocra is also a parrot, so we have to specify what parrot we're talking
Yeah,
about.
Okay.
which one's which?
What is the?
I do like the name Sharky enough to make the NPC called Sharky.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, the Aarakocra is called Sharky.
If we have any Germans in the audience, you're not allowed to tell them.
Oh,
What does Sharky mean?
All right, now we
No,
all
it's
go
not
into
it's not
Google.
a German word. It's a character.
Ah.
Wait, I'm gonna look for a picture so I can find a picture really quick. I think it's only a German. Yeah, it's a German character. Wait. It's a German kids book character.
Oh god.
I love
I'm gonna
that.
send you guys a picture.
That makes it even better.
He's such a cute. He's a cute little guy.
A cute
That's Captain Sharky. He's one of my favorite childhood characters.
Oh my god.
So many books.
That is
This
not what I
you
expected.
making a childhood character into a character in our game.
No, I
You
genuinely
know,
going for a
Max is
serious
sadistic.
character.
He is
I was
sadistic
going
enough
for a
to
serious
absolutely
character.
destroy this fucking Aarakocra
And then-
parrot.
Jesus.
I did, and then I said the name because I have okay. So I have this pencil case, right, and this is
Yeah.
Captain Sharky
Mhm.
merch. This is merch from the book series.
That's so cute.
I've had this for 10 years, 20 years at this point. I've had this for
Oh my god.
Jeez.
yeah, it's moved with me from anyway. So I love this character, but I looked to the side when Cassie asked for the name of the thing, and I was like, oh, it's Sharky. So anyway, let's not make the character. Let's make the parrot's name.
You just put the fucking picture up there.
That's okay.
Beautiful.
Oh,
It's
it's great. It's great.
We're getting copyrighted. We're getting copyrighted. No.
Oh shit!
Oh, take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
They almost got us.
I didn't see
Yeah,
anything.
it's okay. It's
Don't
a German
snitch.
book. It's a German book publishing company. I doubt they'd care. But
Oh, well,
So
they
he
might.
writes. So his name is Sharky. He's a Aarakocra parrot. He's 45 years
Yeah.
old. He rides a horse and he has a parrot. What's the parrot's name?
no, the horse thing was a joke about the Texas accent. He doesn't.
Okay.
So he doesn't
Wait,
have a
wait,
horse
this
then.
Nope.
He's a pirate. Why would he have a horse?
You can have a
Alright.
Pegasus.
No, that is so inconvenient.
Okay, he has a parrot. What's the parrot's name?
It would be
Sharky
very
Jr..
funny if the parrot just had a normal people name. It was just like John.
Alan.
But he's like,
Or-
I'm Sharky and this is John.
It
A
could be
parrot.
Sharky Jr. and he's like, yeah, this is my son. He didn't develop right.
I really
It's still
want to
alive.
make a serious character. I want to point
No,
out.
it could-
Yeah, fuck it. Yes, the
No.
parrot's name is Sharky Jr. Yes.
What's the name of a child shark? What is that? There's like a name for it. Like an
Oh,
Like an
Isn't it like
infant
pop
shark.
or something?
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's a pup. It's a shark pup.
Baby shark. The only,
shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
the
they're
only
called
that
pops.
was my immediate Google response was it did the song. So
So
That
what
was
do you
on
want? Do you want to call him Pop or do you want to call
no
him
one's
Sharky
gonna
Jr.?
get that though. I think Sharky Jr. That's more on the
Sharky
nose.
Jr. Okay. What if there's Sharky Senior?
That'd be
very
funny.
funny.
But there's still the son.
Yeah.
Maybe it's two parents. What is bigger than the
No. That's too much. That's too much now.
Okay.
Come
3
on.
parrots on one ship. Oh, you're going crazy. Okay, so
Oh boy.
he has a
If a
parrot
parrot-
called Sharky Jr.
If
He
a
has a
pirate
normal
tries to board
voice.
the ship with another parrot, they're like, nah. Parrot limit has been exceeded.
Is the parrot his son or is it a cousin?
No,
Or is it-
no, it's just a joke.
It's just a regular
pet.
parrot that he is like, yeah, this is my son or this is my cousin, you know, like
Yeah, he just
Just a
it's a bit.
random
It's a bit
parrot.
he does every time
So-
he meets new people.
it's a bit.
Is he a silly guy then?
He has to.
Well, he's a I rob people and steal from them guy, but he
I rob-
will joke while stabbing you.
And joke when I do it. Okay.
Right. Sounds like a great guy.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
sort of I don't know, Jack Sparrow pirate, not the bloodthirsty murder kind of pirate. But
Okay,
he will
okay.
rob and stab a bitch.
Okay. What's his death count? How many has he killed?
Hmm.
He's a 45-year-old.
I imagine he tries not to because he knows that draws attention from the authority. You know, if you just let people leave after robbing them, they're less likely to, stick a bounty on you unless you steal something that you shouldn't have stolen. So, not too high, but he has, I don't know, like 13, 14?
Jeez.
Okay.
Good lord.
Okay.
It's too specific.
How does he run his ship? Is he quite ruthless? Is he like it clean, the decks? How does he like his ship? Orderly, disorderly?
I imagine he started out not really caring a whole lot, especially considering how he got the position. But then as the years went on and he got more serious about the job, he started being fairly strict. And it was just a gradual shift to him actually being a decent captain and actually giving a shit.
Mm-hmm. What about his origins? Where's he from originally?
Well, how do you end up in the Sercan Deeps, Mac? How do you end up on a random island? Why would he?
He could have just like
there?
teleported there by accident. Yeah, there's some people there. There's some settlements. There's some kind of tribal areas that still live there, but for the most part, it's going to be, well, some shady businesses for sure have tried to stay outside of the fringes of society and just go on an island and live there for the rest of their life and experiment and do shit. But there's people out there. Nothing in particular though, because every island's going to have their own little tribe and stuff. But yeah, he could have just teleported there somehow as well. That's always an option. One thing I was going to mention is that there have been tales that during the tsunami that happened 20 years ago in game, not IRL, some of the ships that were caught in the actual wave, they actually didn't even like reappear in the material plane. They ended up in like the plane of water.
Ooh,
shit.
They like completely just too much water had just like caused them to appear. So boat went under, came back up, but then they're in just a plane of endless seas, traveling forever to try and like find some way of getting out. Same could happen vice versa. So too much.
So you're saying he could be a pirate from the plane of water that is now in Kotayak?
Could be. Because as they did say, Alistair did say that the ripples were felt all across the world. So it's not outside of the imagination that a tsunami took place in the plane of water as well. And in that same shift, people went from one side to the next.
Hell yeah, I love that. That's super cool. Yeah, we're
That is
doing
very
that.
cool.
All right. So his ship started in the plane of water and then ended up in the material plane.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the ship's name?
Wait, fuck it, we're sticking with the theme. Let me Google what Captain Sharky's ship is called.
Oh, no.
Yes. Yes.
I love you, Leonie. That's so fucking funny.
I can totally imagine a line of his just being like, people think I'm so obsessed with myself. I don't understand where that comes from.
It doesn't say. Apparently, it doesn't have a name. What?
Oh.
What? Unbelievable.
It does. That's a lie. What do you mean it doesn't have a name? It doesn't have a name. Okay. God damn it. Okay.
Right, you're gonna have
Somebody
to
look
come
up fantasy name generator. Hurry.
quickly.
Just like think of like outlandish names for a ship. You know, people name them pretty crazy stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, now that we know it's originally from the plane of water, maybe something related to water. Even though that's a bit uncreative, but you know.
Squawking mad.
The azul feather. I don't know.
The drowned feather.
Drowned feather. The moist feather.
No. No.
That's too much of an innuendo. That's
See, but
disgusting.
like, if I was a pirate and I heard that ship name, I wouldn't want to come across them. You know, I'd be like, "What the fuck? What kind of?"
I am
They
not
freaky.
touching a ship that's called the Moist Ace.
That's a ship of
Yeah.
swingers. Get away from them.
Yeah, you would never be bothered.
That's a
It's
party
Disney-
yacht.
They want to party till like it's 1999. No, thank you, sir.
Yo. Max.
Right. Okay. Hmm. I mean, I like the idea of just calling it the drowned something something. We could just go with the drowned parrot. We could name it the drowned parrot.
What about like the
That's
drowned
crazy.
captain?
I think no. I
Mm.
think the drowned parrot is nice, but for some reason, I'm the only thing that's in my mind right now is the tepid tempest, and that makes no sense. It's just
Here's
Isn't
here's
that
a question.
sounds like it's already a thing?
What was
I
the name
know.
of his previous captain? Then you just called it the drowned captain, like his name.
oh, that's different.
That would be so
The
funny.
drowned
Okay,
parrot.
what is the name of the previous captain?
It would be funny if it was like
Or-
the drowned fish.
The breathing fish.
Maybe the previous captain was a triton. That's
Wait,
the name
what
of the
if-
drowned fish.
What about the
Good.
drowned drunkard? Does that have anything to it?
Oh,
Drowned
I mean
drunkard.
the double D
that
is.
Nice.
I didn't even fucking think about that. I love that. That's funny.
See, but when Leonie
like
makes
drowned
dirty
drunkard.
joke,
When she
I
makes
see
a
the
joke,
double
it's funny.
standard. I see
Yeah.
it. I see it. We're not appreciated here, Max.
It's because Leonie's funny.
It's because Cassie has no taste.
I don't.
She has, and it's Leonie.
Yeah.
Thirsty fucker,
Right,
thirsty
right.
shit. Right.
Right, exactly.
Listen.
I do like the drowned drunkard. I also like the drowned
Hey.
fish. That's
Drowned
also
bitch.
nice.
Oh my god.
No.
Well,
So it's between the drowned drunkard and the drowned fish. Should we flip the coin?
Yeah.
The drowned mammal.
Okay.
drowned mammal. Nah, that's too much of a mouthful.
Drowned wood.
I think we can go with the drowned drunkard. That has a nice ring
I
to it.
see how it is.
Favoritism, guys. Favoritism.
Double D's. Okay.
Nepotism.
What was the
in
previous
my
captain's
opinion.
I
name?
didn't. It's not
okay.
nepotism.
No, I'm kidding.
What was the previous captain's name?
Well, now it has to be something with a D. So like
It has to be a fish pun. Has to be a fish pun.
Okay. Fuck. Can it be a German fish? No. Okay. It cannot be a German fish pun. A fish pun with D.
Well, you could do like Dave, as in like wave.
No.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just looking for shit that rhymes. I'm not good at this.
Fish puns.
Oh my god.
Could be dolphin something something. What if it was a female captain and her name was Doll and then her last name was Finn?
Yes.
Dolphina.
Okay. Delphina.
Yeah, so her name is Doll and
Mhm,
Finn.
mhm.
And it's like a double pun because Finn. So like
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice. I like that.
So dolphin or Dolphina?
Dolphin. So it still sounds serious. So she can introduce herself with just going, "My name's Doll," and not "My name's Dolphin." You know.
Okay. She can. There are races that aren't tritons that live under the water. There are shark races. There are also
yeah.
dolphin races.
What? There's I know what I'm gonna play for my next character.
So you have things that live underwater. You have tritons. You have zapfins. Zapfins are human fish hybrids that have mutated over the years. They have the unique ability to electric shock attackers. They are considered to be quite sparing in civilizations, keeping mostly to themselves and tribes. Think of them as like tiny murlocs. Shellicans, they are sentient crab race who are confrontational and vary in sizes from small to large.
Are there shrimp people?
There's
Their back is awful.
there's the Lamids, which is Gildana's race. They live under the water, as well
I
as
was wondering what she was.
on the water. A Lamid, yes. Another worldly presence to this race. They resemble humanoids with tendril hair and come in a variety of bright colors, but they are weightless and live in the water as they do not have gills, but they don't seem to need to breathe.
Wait, are all of these homebrew, or is it?
Yeah, these are homebrew.
I hear this for the first time. So thinking like, oh, that's interesting.
Frey knows all of these.
I think it would be super hilarious.
Gatekeeping sea lore? What the hell?
Yeah.
I think it'd be hilarious if Dolphino was just this hideous crab monster thing. I think that would be funny.
No.
Okay. Okay.
There's
She's dead anyway.
There's also Hibodonts. They are fierce and knowledgeable. These humanoid ray and shark-like entities are considered to be adept users in primal powers such as blood and nature, but also lean into the spiritual magic. They are considered the sages of the seas.
Let's go with one of those.
Yeah.
Let's go with one of the shark people.
Okay. And then last but not least, you have Cephalosaurs.
And she was super badass, and then she died because of the
octopus
portal
people.
that put them right into tsunami.
All right. So she is a Hibodont. Cool.
Well, she was.
Was Ripperoni.
You never know, we may come across her vengeful spirit.
Right. And what are they? A manta ray, a shark, a dolphin? What's
You can be a manta.
Killer whale. Killer whale. Killer whale. I say killer whale.
You can be a manta ray, yeah.
I'm gonna crash up, Max. Why didn't you tell me this?
Well, because you didn't want to be from the water.
Well, I didn't know that was the option.
You chose a character that was anti-water. Why was I ever going to give you things that were water-based?
I know, but I like to see.
And so does your uncle.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you was RL uncle for a second. I was like, he's not that much of a fan.
I don't know your fucking uncle, Robbie.
He's pretty dope.
All right, cool.
Wait, what if she was like a hammerhead shark? That'd be really funny.
I think we already have a hammerhead shark.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. The bodyguard.
What about a cat shark? If you know them. Cat sharks are really cute.
A cat shark.
No, I mean,
Lemon
I do
shark.
like the idea of it being a normal great white, but okay.
Whale shark.
There's
No,
many more interesting sharks.
I know, there's thousands
What about
of
a
sharks.
zebra shark? They're cool.
I mean,
Or a whale shark.
She's
whale
dead
shark would be
anyway.
It's important to me. I like sharks.
Okay. Then
It's
pick
Shark
one.
Week.
No, you have to pick. It's your NPC.
Okay.
Leonie, just say
Fine.
great white and then be done with it.
No,
Boo.
zebra shark. Yeah,
Zebra shark. Okay.
that one. Yeah, certainly.
They're so cute.
Previous captain, dolphin, a female, Hibodont. Okay. Do you have a name for the first mate? And that'll be us. Who is the first mate on board this ship with Sharky, a parrot, on the drowned drunkard?
A lovely lady who's very fierce and goes by the name of Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Good.
Jaqueline. Okay.
No.
Jacqueline. And she is a female.
A Triton.
Okay. Perfect. Very good. So we have Sharky, the Aarakocra parrot, Jacqueline, first mate, Triton, Sharky Jr., their supposed fake long lost cousin / family member bit that they do on the ship named the Drowned Drunkard, whose previous captain was Dolphine, a female zebra shark. And their whole deal is rob people and joke when they do it. Very good. And they were once in the water plane and now find themselves in the material plane in the Seraquin Deep. Very good. All right. Excellent. Cassie, you're up.
Okay. So I've had some time to think.
Yes.
I kind of want to create like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Or at least like someone that's not like I guess a bad guy is the best way I could describe it.
Mhm.
One that's just trying to benefit themselves, you know, and trying to be like secretive about it. And I've thought of a name. Is there a character named Adelaide that is like not present in either campaign? I
Don't
don't
think
think
so.
so. Okay. I'll do Adelaide Brelu. Um and I'm thinking about her being a bad person.
Mhm. What makes them bad? What are their goals? Why are they bad? Why are they perceived bad?
My thing is I think the sort of storyline that I'm thinking of is that she was born in Vessel. So she knows, but I don't want to say that because I feel like that's too common, or it's common just to be like, oh, if you're a bad person, you were born in Vessel or something. I don't know. Or
Sure.
Vessel's just a bad town, but um, she grew up around crime and so was sort of like fending for herself since she was a kid. So I think it's not that she doesn't understand morals and like, you know, good versus evil. It's that she doesn't really care that much. You know, she wants to
Mhm.
benefit herself. She doesn't necessarily want all the power, all the money, but uh she's not opposed to like switching sides if she needs to, whatever side that may be. You know?
Mhm.
Um,
So she's treacherous then. She's not.
yes.
Okay.
Idea, Cassie, idea.
Yeah, what?
How about one of the things I don't know what kind of direction you're going. There's no evil in Vessel. How about one of the things she does is pretend to be a guide to guide people through the Howling Mountains because that's right next to Vessel. And in actuality, she leads them into a trap where they run to Yeti and then they turn to stone and she can steal the stuff.
That's a very
That's specific.
the finger guns killed me.
Very specific.
That is very specific.
I know that's very specific. I just like Yetis.
This is
Oh
premeditated.
god.
Leonie's been waiting for this moment.
Seriously, like who is
Just
this
like
for?
Yetis.
This is my
I don't
character.
know.
Shut up. This is my NPC.
It was an idea.
It's a very specific idea that I don't like. The fucking finger guns took me out. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I imagine she's very treacherous. In terms of race, I'm thinking human.
Yeah.
And she's, I want to say, like, maybe closer to her late 30s, early 40s.
Mhm.
But she, like, holds herself. And I imagine she's, like, either a sorcerer or a wizard. I think wizard would make the most sense because to build up for herself, so she wanted to have some sort of power to defend herself and all that stuff. And I imagine she dresses like it and she's very, like, prim and proper, but again, very treacherous. Like
Mhm.
uh she will not regret or hesitate to turn on you, you know, on the
Ooh, spicy.
um
Is there a moral fiber to her? Is she
uh,
redeemable? If the worst were to happen, is she actually able to be redeemed or do the right thing? Or is it always going to be self-centered and
I think she has the ability to do the right thing, but I don't think she has the ability to be redeemed, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Because
do
yeah,
they
she could
want to
definitely
be
do the
redeemed?
yeah, no,
Okay.
no, because she just doesn't care. She doesn't really care what anybody else thinks of her. Because in my
Mhm.
mind, she has so much like power, and I'm not talking about like Emperor Palpatine kind of power. It's just like she holds herself with so
Well, that'll
much
be
like
unlimited.
power.
Let's not do that. We'll make her OP.
But I just imagine like she just holds herself with such confidence and such just like strength that she does not give a single damn about what anybody thinks of her.
Mhm.
Um
I feel like if somebody approached her with the I can fix her, like, you need to do this. We can help you, she'd probably like laugh to them.
definitely. She'd be like, "What the
Disintegration.
fuck are you?" She'd be like, "What the fuck are you fixing? I'm fine. I'm perfect."
Is she still in Vessel, or did she leave once she's grown up?
No. I was thinking she left Vessel. And I wouldn't say she's in Travis Villar because I don't think she's much of a believer in God.
Travis Villar. What the whoa. Travis Villar. Hello, sir? Hello? Can you leave my home?
That's the
You are not
character I should have
welcome.
made. That's the character I should have made. Travis Villar.
Fuck you if you'd make that.
Listen,
Travis
Tackle.
Villar.
listen. Next Wednesday, if we're able to make our own PCs.
Oh
You son
my
of a bitch.
God.
I'm not gonna hold back at that one.
Yo.
Travis Villar.
It
That's
would be
gonna
so
haunt me.
funny. Wait. So he's from the Hourglass, and his entire gimmick is that he hates Trasvilla. He hates the city. He
Am
hates
I
the
making a
gods, he hates
fucking fourth
Orthanc.
character now?
No.
Oh, Max is so done with our shit.
Wait, that's the character we can all work on.
Travis. Oh, fuck, I have to write it now, don't
No,
I?
you don't.
It's fucking happening.
Awesome. Fuck yeah, okay.
Jesus.
Oh, my
Cassie, what
face
have you
hurts.
done?
I don't know. I just slipped up and then Max said something.
It's gonna turn out to be the BBG watch.
Oh my god.
What is
No, it's like
They only pointed out that Korthek's name is very close to Korthaic, which
Yeah.
intentional.
Yeah, I thought that was intentional.
So
Oh
whoever the
my
fuck this
God.
guy is, it's got to be intentional.
You know,
Oh, dear.
Korthak was like, I have these recommendations to be, the new whatever when I retire. It could just be Travis Villar.
Travis Villar.
It would be
I've been
very
waiting for
funny.
someone like this. Someone like me. Not you, three paladins. Fuck you. No. Travis Villar. He stands with everything this city is. His full name. Everything. It's mainly just the name, but everything.
It would be very funny that it was like a couple in Shazvilar who wanted to like give Korthak the honor of naming their child, and he was like, the one moment he's like inebriated and very like exhausted. He's like, stress.
I should be heading back to Travis Villar.
It's like, oh, that's a perfect name.
Travis Villar. Good.
It's like, well, our last name is already Villar.
Oh, what have I
No,
done?
it's Travis Villar.
His name is just Travis.
Travis. No, it's Travis Villar.
What have I done? Gods have mercy on me.
Sorry, Max. This is slip of the tongue, and I didn't mean to.
Can we go back to Adelaide Bloom? Fucking hell. Okay, so Travis Villar.
Oh my god.
do want to finish. I do want to finish Adelaide
know.
first before we continue.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm good.
Does
Okay.
Adelaide have any connections?
Yes.
Is she just in it for herself? Is she known elsewhere? Who does she work with? Is she working with anyone?
I think she does have a lot of resources and a lot of people that work for her. I will say she does do it all for herself, but it's mainly like I know all the bad shit could happen to me, so I'm gonna prevent that happening to me, if that makes sense.
Countermeasures.
Yes. Um, I like to think that she's very like quick-witted and fast-thinking.
Mhm.
And she's like she can like tell when a deal is going sour, and so she can expertly like wrap it up as if things are fine, and then uh have her people just go in and kill anybody that needs to be killed or
Okay.
stuff like that. God.
Is she? Can we not talk about Travis Villar yet?
I'm so sorry. It just
I see it's on the tip
every
of your
time I
fucking
think about it,
lips.
every time I think about it, it makes me laugh and it just wiped me out. I'm so sorry.
Travis Villar.
I'm so sorry. Okay, this is a character we have to meet. Like under any circumstances.
Fuck.
Oh boy. Okay. What what were you
You
gonna
may meet
ask?
him. I'm not going to promise you'll be a fucking alive.
We'll just find a gravestone that says
No.
you're alive.
Yeah, like the hero.
Like the fucking Peter Griffin death pose somewhere randomly on the road.
Here lies Travis Villar, smited by every god in existence.
No, I can just imagine like on the Judgment Day 20 years ago, it's like the hero of our city, Travis Villar.
Every year they honor him.
That's why Travis Villar is named the way it is, because it's just in honor of Travis Villar.
Yeah. And then it's just over time, it's just lost the second Villar.
Yeah, it was
and
about
Travis has just kind of evolved over time, just like names do. Just turned into Traz.
Oh boy, okay.
It's
what
canon.
Were you gonna ask me? Yep, it's canon now. What were you gonna ask me about Adelaide? Oh boy.
Yeah, so where is she based now? If she's not in Bessel anymore, where is she based?
For some reason I was thinking like either the Hourglass or maybe the Alistern Peaks. Although I can't remember much about the Alistern Peaks.
Okay. Well, it could be both.
I don't remember.
They were very stormy.
Yeah.
Lots of lightning.
Yeah. Okay. So it could definitely be that. Or both, or I imagine if she were to quote unquote live somewhere, it would probably be the Alistern Peaks, but she goes everywhere. And I think she has like maybe a safe house in Duskwind or something like that. Like she's just everywhere. Yeah, I imagine she's like very crafty.
Does she work with the crime syndicates, or is she more of a independent person?
I'd say both, because I feel like she would be invested in the crime syndicate, but I don't think she wouldn't. Okay, I had something. I was gonna say it
partner
and
with them,
forgot.
but not be a part of.
Yes, because
yeah, she's self-centered in the end of the day. So if it's going to benefit her, she will.
yeah,
Mm.
like
Okay.
I can imagine she has. This is just hypothetical as well. I can imagine she has worked with Gil or with Siren or possibly with Frederick. Even though I don't know what the fuck Frederick has
All
going on.
three?
No, it's just the villains. Probably not Frederick, but she
Why
probably
would she
has
work with
had.
Siren?
I don't fucking know.
It's Siren with his fucking eye.
It's the people that I know that are in the crime syndicate. I'm just naming names at this point.
Well, you
Okay?
have like May.
Frederick and Siren aren't in the crime syndicate.
Well, they kind of are now, aren't they?
They're affiliated, same as what
Yeah.
anyone who works with them is. Same as you guys in the Tuesday campaign.
Yep. Yep.
Dummies.
But I just imagine like she has worked with them, but she is not like taught. She has made sure she does not have any ties to them. Like,
Okay.
listen, any favors we did, they're done now, and get the fuck away
Mhm.
from me.
See, deplore, take notes.
Hey, look, Diplor.
Be like
He's
Adelaide.
tired. He's tired. All right,
Aren't
and
we all?
who'd be working alongside Adelaide as a confidant, or is she literally just alone? Does she have no people she relies on as a second, or
I think she has one person that is kind of like her second in command. You know, that's kind of the only. I wouldn't say. Okay, hold on. I would say
I'm
she trusts
thinking.
him.
Mhm.
She definitely trusts him, but again, she'd hesitate to like betray him. You know,
okay?
he's one of the ones
Oh.
that.
Ew.
He's probably one of the ones that. Shut up! Shut up!
Is this Trasvala?
No. That's her father. Okay, have some
Wait, is
respect.
that Travis' brother? Wait, who is
No.
Trasvala? Is that Travis's brother?
No, it's not. It's not. Trasvalar is his own person.
Yeah, leave him be.
So what's this guy's name then?
Hmm. I want it to be like something cool as Adelaide, but I'm just kind of drawing a blank at the moment.
Magnus.
I like Magnus.
Gilgamesh.
No.
Magnum Dong.
Okay, never mind. I don't like Magnus.
I was about to say. Dimitri.
Jonathan.
Yes.
Jonathan Dimitri.
I said Demetrius, but sure.
I know.
Dante is a cool name. To me, at least.
What about like Tybalt, like from Romeo and Juliet? Never mind. Okay, Tybalt.
I mean,
Oh, I
sure.
thought you said Tibbles, and I was like,
Same.
Like
I thought it was
Tybalt from
the
Romeo
cool
and
name?
Juliet. All right, let's not do Tybalt because it sounds stupid now. Fuck.
sorry.
No, you're not.
Not sorry.
Nope.
Let's go with like Elijah.
Ew. Fancy.
Have we had an Elijah? I'm trying to remember. I think there was one
I don't
Elijah
think so.
somewhere.
Was there?
I have
think
an Elijah. I might have sent you the backstory one. I don't. He's not very canon yet, so no.
Yeah. Okay,
I
can
have
change
an
it. It doesn't have
Elijah,
to be
but he's
Elijah.
not canon.
I remember an Elijah.
It can be something
Hey,
else.
he's not canon.
No, keep going. So Elijah, what race are they?
Okay. I'd say they're also human. Okay, now I'm getting into the thing that Adelaide and Elijah were kind of like grew up together in Vessel,
Okay.
and so they could only trust each other, even though I think Elijah doted more on Adelaide, and Adelaide was like, "We need to get the fuck out of the city," and he's like, "All right, I'll do whatever you ask." You know, just
Bro
not
is
necessarily.
smitten.
Yeah,
She's
not
got him
necessarily.
wrapped around the little finger.
100%, I think so. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. What would Elijah's skills be?
I
Why
imagine
is he
him.
useful?
For some reason, I keep going back to Isaac from Castlevania. Sort of like a warrior, but also like, you know who that is, Max?
He's
Okay.
one of the Forge Masters. One of the Necromancers.
But which one? Which one though? That's towards
the black guy.
Castlevania Season 3. Oh. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's obviously different from Elijah, but I think that he's kind of like her guard in a way, but he's also like works as a spy if he needs to. He's yeah, that's all I got.
So much.
Warrior spy something.
So he's the
And
muscle, he's the informant, she's the brains of the
Yes.
operation.
A
And I
mastermind.
yeah, and I have a feeling that he can still invoke the same fear that Adelaide can if she's not in her room, you know?
Mm-hmm. He has
He's
the same
very
gravitas.
yes.
Okay. What are their accents? Oh fuck.
um I'd say just British, you know?
For both of them.
Yeah, unless Vessel has a certain accent that you tie to that, but
No, not really.
yeah, I imagine Adelaide speaks very like calmly, even more calmly so, even though she's outraged to make you
Mm-hmm.
like, oh shit, nobody's getting out of this room alive tonight. And Isaac, I imagine he's sort of just like saying more of a low speaking voice, not as calm, but sort of just like kind of neutral, you know,
Okay.
Monotone?
monotone. That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Max,
Yes.
can we roll for whether or not Callus worked for them once?
Oh, sure.
Stop
All right, pull up
involving
the
yourself with
forge.
bad people.
Up the forge.
Pull up
Gotta
the
go.
forge.
Wait,
God damn
is there
it.
even... Oh, goddamn, wait.
Oh, Leonie, your fucking computer's gonna die. Don't do it.
Just click
Nah, it's
Google
all good.
D100.
Don't
It'll
do it,
let you
girl.
roll. You're gonna have to go to the
Thick.
forge.
Too long. Okay, Max just roll for me.
Let's see if I can.
100.
I might be able to do it in chat in Discord.
Can we? Oh yeah.
I think there is a dice,
We
but if
did
not, you can
have
just go to
one.
Google and just literally Google D100 and it'll roll for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll.
Wait, Max,
Here we
are you
are.
trying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I? Dice. Is it this? Oh, it didn't respond. Application did not respond, so it didn't work.
Damn.
Okay.
So I think the bot's down.
Roll a... is it a D100 you want me to roll, Max, or...
Yep.
Okay. Roll a D100 die. Okay. Rolling. It's... Yes, sure, I can set... What do you need my data for? Doesn't matter. 21.
All right, you've worked with them.
I just
Nice.
opened up
Oh my
the
God.
D100 website as well and I got 69. Let's go.
And that's where we enter the
And-
stream.
I wanted to add one more thing.
Yes, go for it.
So for Adelaide, I like to think she's the one person that is like, collect your debts. You know, like she's not letting you go off scot free. If you have to repay her, she will make sure you repay her, no matter what she has to take or do. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's most probably going to be Elijah doing the heavy
doesn't
but-
forget, doesn't forgive.
Yes, definitely.
She
But-
is like the worst landlord.
Oh my god. Can you imagine? You're behind on rent and then she shows up to your door. Oh my god.
She just
That's
smiles.
scary.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
You have something for me? It's like,
The question
Where's
is,
my stuff?
can she be bribed with baked goods?
no.
Nah, she'll probably kill
Can
you.
she be bribed with food or money?
No,
Or
it's not
money.
me, probably.
I didn't know you could be bribed with food. I'll take note of that.
Yes, like I can
Right.
totally be bribed with food.
So, to go over all the characters that you've made today, we have.
Wait, we still need to do Travis Villar.
Yeah. We're gonna get to that as the culmination.
Yes. Okay.
We have Calla and Magnolia. We have Adelaide Breloom. Is it Breloom? What's the surname?
It's Brelo, but
Brelo.
it's spelled BREL
OW.
UX, I think, because I don't know.
What kind of French ass fucking spelling?
EAUX at the end. Brelo. Whatever.
Yes.
You can confirm it later. Adelaide Brelo and Elijah. And last but not least, we have Sharky, the Arakaka pirate, with Jacqueline as their first mate, and Sharky Jr. Now we come to Travis Villar. Let it rip. Let it rip.
He is the founder of Travis Villar. Let's just get that out of the way immediately.
no.
I don't think like
Founder
founder,
of
but like
Villar.
he like was the first settler. You know, he put down the flag. He said, "You know what? We're making a city here."
So done with us. He hates us so much.
And it'll be named after my grandfather.
I just want you to know that I've written down first settler of Transvalar in air quotes.
What, like his family wants to? Yeah, he thinks like his family thinks that they're the first settlers, but they're really not.
Yes.
Yes.
And like
And it
they have
turns
like
out they were just like,
a rivalry, like a long line of rivalry with the family who actually founded Trasvalar, and they're constantly trying to besmirch their name in the newspaper.
Hell yeah.
and I imagine like
they own the newspaper. They own the newspaper. They own
Yes.
the newspapers.
Yes.
They release fake articles about new historical
They are-
findings.
There's
Oh
like
my
always
God.
one page dedicated to like
Guys.
besmirching the other people's name.
They're Fox News.
Where it would actually be like a family of shifter fox.
Yeah, no, like the family, like their symbol or whatever is like what is it? Their emblem or whatever. It has a fox in it.
Yep.
Oh my god. That's oh my god, Fox News is canon. And it's made by Travis Villar.
I can imagine the first time, like, high priest found dead. Can we trust the gods? Question mark. Who's
Oh
to
my God.
blame? Also, fuck
And
the
then-
first settlers. We're the first settlers in parentheses.
That's the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's the whole headline.
And it's just a really horrible sketch of like a body being like dangled from a cliff, which is not at all what happened, but that's how they're selling it.
Every
like-
single other newspaper is recording the exact thing that happened, and it's only that Travis Villar mill that runs the wrong story. It's like, how the fuck are you guys?
They find every story that happens in like Trashville or like, you know, around the world, and then they just go viral. And then they try to make it more exciting or crazy than it actually is. So they like will find a newspaper one day. It'll be like the crazy version of what we did.
You got all this, Max?
Yep.
He's already planning to fuck us over with this. I can imagine.
Yeah.
It sucks that like the Sunday group is in Trasvalar. So, you know what? There's definitely gonna be a fucking.
They hired the twins.
Here's the main question that I have for you guys.
Yes, the twins are part of. Yes, they are 100%.
Go on, Max.
Oh my god!
Is this family actually in Transvalar or are they elsewhere?
I feel like they would have to be in Trasvalar.
They have to be in Trasvalar.
Yeah.
They don't have to be. They could just be like, we've been kicked out and fuck those guys.
No. I feel like they're very
They have a
proud of
little
their
smuggling
Trasvalar
operation where they smuggle the newspaper into the city every week.
Oh my god.
They live on the outskirts, right outside the wall. There's a single house. Just one house.
They had
There's-
the newspaper.
And it's like the biggest manor anyone's ever seen. It's like, how the fuck do they pay for this? It's like they're doing fraud. They are 100% doing fraud. They are built off of fraud.
Technically, we don't have to pay the
100%.
tax to the city because we're not in it. Max looks so fucking done.
Max, are you loving this or are you hating this?
Cassie, you're making me laugh. God damn it.
Sorry. Oh my god.
So far, I have Travis Villar. Long line of rivalry against the other nobles in Trasvalar.
Uh-huh.
First settlers of Trasvalar.
Uh-huh.
He thinks his family were the first settlers.
Uh-huh.
Trasvalar has a newspaper where they are anti-Trasvalar. Proud of their Trasvalar heritage, yet they live on the outer wall.
They were kicked out.
Their house emblem is a
Close to the
fox,
wall.
Yes.
They're outside
exaggerating
the wall,
most
like,
mundane.
right.
Yeah, live on the outside. They exaggerate the most mundane things with large letters and
Oh, wait,
big
hold on.
arrows.
Hold on. I think
It's
it would be
all in
funnier-
Comic Sans.
No, we're not doing that. No,
Okay.
don't write that down. Don't write that down.
Has hired the twins.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Spread the
I
message,
think-
the good word of Trasvalar Villar.
it would be so funny if like mundane things like a pigeon ate a loaf of bread was like the biggest thing, you know, like clickbait. But the most important shit is not documented as badly. Like the most important documented shit, like the city blew up or whatever. It's just like in one of the footnotes.
Yeah, there was some hurricane, some island rose up from the sea. Who cares?
No, because I think
Also, but imagine if they had like titles that sound batshit insane, but they were actually true. Like gods are aliens? Question mark?
Yes, they have all the conspiracy theories, but
Absolutely.
they're accidentally correct.
And they have all the wrong evidence for it, but they got to the right conclusion.
You know what? You know what Villar looks like? He looks like that one fucking dude from the History Channel that talks about aliens. You guys know
He's
what
got
I'm
the
talking about?
wide curly hair.
Yeah, it's just like whoosh.
Wait, what? Like, have we decided what
Aliens.
race they are?
race
I'm
is it?
imagining human, or we could just be funny and have it
Well,
being like
no,
one of.
I don't know
No,
why I
it's a
imagine like
race.
gnomes.
Consider the Dragonborns.
That's what I was
every
thinking as
member of
well.
the
Yeah.
family is hundreds of years old and has been doing this for hundreds of years.
Oh,
There's
my
like 8 or
God.
9 of them at this point, and they're all like 800.
I like that idea. Let's make it the dragon.
What Dragonborn are they though?
I'm thinking like white, like pristine white or like silver.
No, because that's Feline's thing. Let's like
What-
do it like
Oh my
orange
God.
or something.
Hold
so
on,
it's like
wait.
the
No,
fall.
don't say it, Messi.
Villar
Shut
is
up.
related to
Shut up.
Feline, like distant cousins.
No, no. I think they should be red or
I'm in
orange.
favor- yeah, or orange. We're not
If it's red,
well,
that's very on the nose for what we're going with in terms of the Fox News representation here.
Oh, and you think orange isn't on the nose?
Yeah, no, we
That's
should.
what I'm
I
saying.
think
Both of them are.
What if
Let's
they were
do
like
orange.
brass or gold? What if they were like brass
do
or
like
gold?
the
It was like
gold is also
brass.
good.
I think brass.
I
is-
think brass would be funny.
Yeah.
'cause,
That's
like,
that's
Okay,
quite
okay,
funny
brass,
because yeah. Okay, brass.
the
Wait, is
currency,
Korthak
currency.
brass or is he bronze?
He's bronze.
Okay,
Ooh,
it's
But
the
they're quite similar. They're quite similar
Well,
in
how about
Katina.
copper?
Yes.
Copper, orange, dragonborn. Now, what's his accent? What's his voice?
Borat.
It has to be like
It's Borat. Borat.
No.
100%. The one NPC we can give Max that has the Borat accent is Chaz
all
Villar.
right.
Hello, my name is Travis Villar. Nice to meet
Yes.
you.
Perfect.
Have you heard that the gods are aliens? Yes? No? Yes?
Yeah, he sounds like he's gonna ask me if I want to buy some crack. So I think that's perfect.
No,
No,
but
no,
he
no. We do
does.
not sell crack, buddy. We do not sell crack. No, no, no. There is no crack.
Well, the only
Well,
high,
no.
the thing you'll get high on is the truth.
And he
My
hands you a
sister-
crack pipe that just says the truth on it.
My sister, Travilla Trasvilla.
Do not tempt me, Gypsy. Do not tempt me with your
Oh.
ways.
Oh
Travis
my
Villar
God.
Villar knows. I have seen the truth. You cannot convince me. I know my heritage.
Oh dear God.
I should be kings of these infidels, but they would not let me in the walk. They know how strong I am.
I imagine he like fucking hates Korthak, and Korthak is like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Maybe there's like an article in his newspaper which is always about Korthak and how much
Yeah.
he's like doing a bad job.
He's like
Korthak
the
has no
J. Joe
idea of his
Jameson.
existence. Who are
He
these
stepped-
people?
He stepped on his mother's on the crack of a street, and now his mother has bad back. Terrible person.
He
So-
stepped
Terrible.
on an ant that one time.
And people are after him.
Didn't flush the toilet.
I don't like you.
Horrible leader.
I don't like you, Korthak. I don't like you. No, no, no. You're not nice people. Okay. Borat
I
voice
think
it
this
is.
is the best character we've ever made.
Travis
I
Villar.
can't wait. I feel like Frey needs to witness this character.
He does, 100%. We just have to clip this whole thing of us laughing about Travis Villar, and then just send it to Prey.
So he's hired the twins as his journalists to get
Yes.
the scoop.
No.
No,
But
I feel like
also,
they're
it
like
makes me
they're
think-
spreading the good word, you know.
Both. They're doing both.
It also
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
me think like
Racist.
it also makes me think that honestly some of the half like of the shitty things he posts is like literally just plagiarism from the twins. He literally just takes all of their notes, doesn't even rephrase, doesn't even ask questions, he just slaps it on a newspaper and then he's like, that's it. That's business for today.
It would be very funny if they were smuggling newspaper into the city, but every time they give it to someone, it's like completely
covered in
covered in
paint.
paint. Yeah.
Yep. And it's the only like colored paper that is just purple and orange.
So how did you do today, my little munchkins? Yeah, we sold 5 papers. Oh, excellent. Great success. Well done.
Every single
Great
paper,
success.
every single paper is 1 platinum.
Wow.
No, I feel like he wouldn't be
It's a
that
gold
stingy.
keys. It's like
The
no,
truth
it's
is
gold
out there.
I'm a
The truth is
seeker.
purple and orange.
I am truth seeker. I will sniff out truth.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
this is great. This is great.
This is the most perfect character we've ever made.
Okay. I think we've pretty much got him.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's there.
I think
Wait,
that's
no
it.
siblings?
Shut up.
No,
Okay.
I don't think that's worth time. There we have it. We've had some nice conversations. We've spent the last hour and a half dicking around. But here we are. Now I have technically more than 4 NPCs to throw at you during these campaigns. So you better watch out and stay tuned to keep an ear out to see if you hear any of these names mentioned, because I will be adding them, some more than others. But
We're gonna interact with Travis Villar 100%. Especially on Sunday. I could just imagine him on the street like, hello, gods are aliens, like holding up his own newspaper, and he's like,
hello, sir. Hello. Have you seen this? Hello. Oh, he's
The
blind.
thing is, this is dangerous. You realize it's dangerous, right? If Fennel runs into this guy, he's definitely going to want to have a
no,
conversation.
that's what's gonna happen.
He is
That is
so
exactly
gonna
what's
wanna
gonna happen.
Wait,
You guys-
nobody
you are
tells
gonna go
Frey
off.
about this until we
Oh
meet
my
him
God,
in the
yes,
campaign.
He can't figure it out. But I swear to God, as soon as you two, Sienna and Frey, they have to, or Sienna and Fennel, they have to go off to look at for fucking Brillandier or whatever. Like to look at, you're just gonna meet this guy, but fucking peddling his papers.
I'm just gonna have to mute myself
these
if that moment
mansions?
comes because I'm gonna be laughing my fucking ass off.
You want to know about Hospital in there? I can help you there.
Oh my god,
Fuck
yes.
them and
That's
fuck
the one.
me.
No,
Come
that's
into my house.
he has all the
Please.
answers about House
Entry,
Relindier.
entry, please, entry.
This is my
Hello?
wife.
Hello, and you have entered my house. This is my wife. They are a cow, but it is my wife. I love her.
My name
Interesting stuff.
pain in my assholes.
My neighbor, I buy a pencil with a rubber. He buy pencil with a rubber. I buy a clock radio. He buy clock radio. I have a girlfriend. He is gay.
And not the fool.
Great success.
Great success.
That's
Great
gonna be
success.
what I can imagine happening though is he tries to hawk his paper, like, and it says something about House Relindier, and so Sienna and Finale, they're like, "Oh, House Relindier," and he's like, "Enter, please." And they go into a house. It's not his. It's not his house, but the owners aren't there. It's like a mansion, and the servants are like, sir, who are you?" He's like, "What do you mean? You know me?" And then he like,
This is
tells
my
her,
child.
Please, we've asked you before to leave the premises. We can't keep having you enter.
You are
and then,
fired.
like, they can't,
Sir,
can't do
please. We
anything
don't
to
want to
stop
call
him.
the guards again.
They can't do anything to stop him, so he just goes into the study and just sits down. He's like, "Bring me tea." He's like, "Who are you? Do it." It's like, oh my fucking god.
I am your master. I am your king. I am leader of Trasvelar. You will do what I say.
And then like, Sienna and Finale, they're like, "Yeah, he seems legit."
He just walks on the road. He accosts someone. They like walk up to me. He's like, "Okay, we can talk inside." He looks around. There is building, and he goes in.
Yeah,
a
and I can just
random-
imagine he goes to a house, he checks the door, like, "Oh, didn't mean to lock it," and just poof, like just.
I forget keys all time. Amazing.
Oh, I
well,
love
Me too.
Travis
Oh,
Villar
what kind of
Villar.
world have we created?
I love Travis Villar. It's not even my
all of this fucking came from Cassie just saying Travis, and I go, "What the fuck, Travis
Max.
Villar?"
Max, this is all your fault.
I'm very aware.
It's your fault.
You
You
encouraged her.
reiterated what you
I'm very
reiterated
aware.
my stutter. So it's
I've-
all you.
As soon as I said Travis Villar, I thought, oh, no, here we are.
And I
What
thought
have
we
I
were gonna be
done?
done. I thought we were gonna be done after Adelaide. Oh my god. Thank you, Max. Thank you for this.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
We can do this all again next time, maybe with PCs, and I can throw my 2 cents in the ring
Oh my god.
to fuck up your guys' day. But we'll see how that goes. Well, I think we're going to end it there because it's quite late. We've done our little bit here. But again, like I said before, stay tuned to the campaigns because these names will most likely be popping up at some point. So keep an ear out. And if you were watching this, let us know in the comments of the video where you hear these names, because that would be quite funny to see if anyone remembers from this video. But yeah,
If you do point it out in one of the campaigns, you're like, "Ah, that's the thing. Your DM is now obliged to give you a DM inspiration."
there we go. And you have this video as proof.
Yeah, show this to them.
Because we are professional D&Ders and
We are
our opinion
Mhm,
matters.
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Professionals.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. We're professional.
Very
D&Ders.
professional.
We are going
Mhm.
to infiltrate Critical Role at some point.
What?
They need to infiltrate us.
The Dimension 20 dome will be ours.
Right.
We have strong characters like Travis Villar. They have no chance.
Yeah.
What do they have?
We got
Grog
him.
Strongjaw? Really? They got nothing on us.
Job would just fucking absolutely just take Travis Villar's hand and just
Split him into 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you are very strong. Oh. But yes, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned to our social medias, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Again, there's no like exit to this. It's just
It's
literally
okay. Just
bang.
end it.
Okay.